Banking. Maybe you enjoy the person-to-person attention you get going to your bank. Maybe you enjoy the convenience of banking from home sweet home. Or maybe you like the flexibility of paying your bills, applying for a loan, or talking to your personal banking person from wherever fits your fancy. Then definitely, you should bank at Mountain West Bank. Member FDIC. The easy, convenient, any way you want to bank.
It's time to start planning for back to school. That's why I got my kids vaccinated for COVID-19. Kids 12 and older can get vaccinated. The vaccines have been researched and tested. They're safe and they work. And I hope everyone will choose to get vaccinated too.
A hit in the morning, another between class, after school, and more before bed. Vaping sucks you in quick. Not to mention all the chemicals and health problems everyone's talking about. That's why thousands of teens are ready to take back their life their own way with My Life, My Quit. When you sign up with us, you'll get a free and simple quit plan that makes it easier to stop vaping. Visit mylifemyquit.com or text Start My Quit to 36072.
At Toyota's National Sales Event, we don't just help you get the perfect vehicle. We're here to open new doors that lead to your road to greatness. Your journey starts at Toyota's National Sales Event.
Toyota, let's go places.
We're a valley-wide country store. For 100 years, we've been your #1 choice for food, fuel, farm supplies, and just about everything else you could need to get you through your day. We know you work until the job is done, and so do we. For gas on the go, or a little extra to help you get down the road, you can count on us. We are proud to employ your neighbors and to be a cornerstone of your community. We're valley-wide. Yesterday, today, and tomorrow, we're here for you.
I'm Dr. Christine Hahn. I'm an infectious disease doctor, and I'm Idaho's medical director for public health. It's my mission to keep our communities healthy and safe. That's why I believe every Idahoan should get their COVID-19 vaccine. The vaccine's been tested. It's proving to be very safe, and it's the most effective tool we have to stop the spread.
Walk into a pharmacy or visit covidvaccine.idaho.gov to find your free COVID-19 vaccine.
Well, we've got ourselves a beautiful sunny Thursday evening in downtown Boise, and we've got a top 5 showdown in SIC action tonight. It's the Capital Eagles hosting the Meridian Warriors. Hi, everybody. This is an IdahoSports.com Game Streams production of Treasure Valley Game Night presented by Mountain West Bank. Also brought to you in part by your local Toyota dealer, Project Filter, and Valley-Wide Cooperative. We'd also like to thank our local advertisers tonight. Our power boosters include the College of Western Idaho, Hoffman Auto Body, Ultimate Heating and Air, and our webcast sponsor is Bob's Bicycles of Boise. Capital Eagles coming into this game at 3-0. Coached by Todd Simmons in his 18th season, he's 135 and 101. Meanwhile, Meridian at 2-1, coached by John Zamberlin in his 3rd year, 9-10 with the Meridian Warriors. Capital comes into this game with wins over Napa, Owyhee, and Centennial. The last one last week over Centennial was 41-11. Meridian lost to Mountain View to open up the year right here on IdahoSports.com, 14-13, then beat Centennial and Timberline, and they did so with a freshman quarterback who will start tonight in Zeke Martinez. Hi, Wayne DeZuback, along with Adam Bridges. Welcome again here to Donald Larson Park. And as I mentioned, 68 degrees, a little bit of a breeze, not much though really. Now the flag is just kind of hanging limp, so the breeze has stopped. The sun will go down in a little bit, 68 degrees. Beautiful Thursday night, Adam, for a football game, and this is a top 5 showdown.
Oh, yeah, it's very exciting to see these two teams go out together and, you know, just really duke it out on the field. And like you were saying with the temperature, we were complaining how it was so hot in the last game, and now we're just coming back and going, oh, it's a little chilly, it's a little, you know, but it's kind of funny.
It is so nice here, and of course, Let's take a look at the 5A standings. First of all, in the Foothills Division, where Meridian is 1-0, along with Rocky Mountain at 1-0. Both are 2-1. Skyview hasn't played a division game yet. They're 0-0, but they're 3-0 on the year. Boise 0-0 in division play, 1-2 overall. And then you've got Eagle and Timberline, both 0-1 in the Foothills Division, but 2-1 overall. Over in the River Division, we've got Capital at 3-0 overall, 2-0 in the division. Mountain View 1-0 in division play, 3-0 overall. Meanwhile, Cuna 1-0. They're 1-2 overall, but they won their one division game. So the Cavemen are 1-0. Centennial at 1-1. Bora 0-1 in division play. Owyhee 0-3 in division and on the season. And by the way, Bora also 0-3 on the year. So kind of interesting. This is the lone game tonight. And then tomorrow night, we've got Boise at Bora right here at Donald Larson Park. The game Adam and I will be doing will be at Mountain View as Eagle takes on Mountain View right here on IdahoSports.com. Eagle 2-1, Mountain View 3-0. Also tomorrow night, Timberline is at Cuna. That game will also be on IdahoSports.com. Paul Kingsbury with a call on that one. Centennial at Rocky Mountain and Owyhee at Skyview. Owyhee 0-3 looking for their first win. Skyview trying to stay undefeated at 3-0. Here tonight, Meridian and Capital, both right in the latest media poll, they were tied for fourth place. So these guys are right there. It's a top 5 showdown. You can't ask for anything better than that on a Thursday night at Donald Larson Park.
Oh, yeah, and you already know that tensions were brewing. As soon as Meridian came in, they had their flag and planted it right in the field just to disrespect this, this home Centennial or Capital team, just to get the tensions brewing and get the tensions higher.
You know, one thing about Meridian, they decided not to come out on the field until after the playing of the national anthem. Most teams will come out and both sides will stand there for the national anthem, and they don't. Now, the two quarterbacks tonight are pretty good. Max Clark for Capital, he's been around. The other guy, Zeke Martinez, is a freshman. He wears number 25. His brother is Malachi Martinez, who is suited up tonight. And I asked the coaching staff if he would play, and they said, you know what, if we don't need him, probably not. They think he's 1 week away from a shoulder injury that he suffered in that loss late in the game to Mountain View, opening game of the season. But little brother has come out and done a marvelous job. You and I did a game when they played Centennial, and we were like, wow, this kid is good. He's just a freshman.
Yeah, I mean, his very first play, he went in and threw a, 50-yard bomb.
Yeah.
And it was just a definite tone setter. And it just after that, it just kind of Meridian ran with that momentum.
One of the things he has is he's got Cross Antonacci on his side. And, anytime you've got that, you got that kind of running back that you can hand off to, you're in good stead. Also want to welcome D.L. Evans Bank to our family of advertisers. They are on board with us. They're also sponsoring my podcast that I have, that I do every week. We do it on a Tuesday. We put it out Tuesday night, so you'll have that there for you. So happy to have them on board. And we also have the D.L. Evans kickoff. So we are ready for another D.L. Evans kickoff here. It's going to be the Capital Eagles kicking off to the Meridian Warriors. Deep to receive is Antonacci. He's back there along with number 6, and that is Davis Thacker. And kicking off will be Jackson Berg, the junior kicker for the Capital Eagles. Capital tonight in black uniforms, gold numerals, and gold helmets, except for a few black helmets out there for the old Gurkha thing. Here we go. Little bouncer rolling up, comes to an up man at the 26-yard line, and that is the big wide receiver Nathan Reynolds down the left side, 40, 45, 50, 45. He cuts inside to the 40, down to the 30, inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. How about that? And that's, Nathan Reynolds with a great return on that play.
Yeah, that was a really great momentum center, especially on the very first play to already have it within 30 yards of being able to score. That's just an absolute momentum setter for this game.
So just like that, Capital tries something they think is going to be safe, just a little squib kick down the middle of the field, and bingo, all of a sudden they've got Meridian at the Capital 29-yard line. So Thacker goes wide to the right. It is the freshman Zeke Martinez at quarterback. Cross Antonacci is his wide receiver, or his running back, and he hands it off to Antonacci. Goes left side, not much there. Maybe a yard if he's lucky. Good play by the defense.
Yeah, it was a really great stop by Nate Cherry, the senior DB, on that play, just to really get Antonacci to go out of bounds or force him out of bounds and not really allow him to gain any yards there.
Yep, just 1 yard is all, so it'll be 2nd down and 9. And Nate Cherry's one of those guys. He's a great wide receiver for this team for Capital, but he's playing both ways right now. So Thacker goes wide to the right. Coming near to the side is Quentin Riley. They hand it off to Antonacci up the middle. Antonacci's got a 1st down as he rumbles inside the 20 down to about the 18-yard line. You know, if you're a freshman quarterback and you can hand it off to Antonacci, that takes all the pressure off of you.
Yeah, especially if they have the game plan against a really great running back like Antonacci, and then just secretly just being able to throw it to catch the defense off guard. It's just really a really great offensive scheme that they got there.
So Nathan Reynolds in the backfield. He's kind of set up as a blocker. They hand it off to Antonacci. Antonacci goes up the middle, breaks one tackle, breaks another, falls forward inside the 15 down to about the 14-yard line. Pick up 4 yards. It'll be 2nd down and 6.
Yeah, it looked like Colin Drew on the defense there really just almost had him and just wasn't able to bring him down to the ground. And luckily, one of his teammates was able to help him and take down that great running back in Antonacci.
Yeah, you're going to need some help to get Antonacci down. He does not go down easily, that's for sure. So 2nd down, and let's call it 6. Ball right at the 15-yard line. Again, the freshman Zeke Martinez running the offense. Back to pass, throws left, complete to Thacker. Thacker turns into the 5, down to the end zone. Touchdown, Davis Thacker, just like that. Thank you very much. Wow.
Yeah, you were talking about this before we went on air, that it's going to be a really hard struggle for this Capital off defense to really stop these huge receivers that Meridian has, because they're just so huge they can just really kind of bully around the defensive backs if they don't let them.
Oh, absolutely. It's just amazing what they can do. And, again, you take a look at this freshman quarterback and Zeke Martinez. Unbelievable. All right, this is Cadman Rennie for the extra point. The kick is up. He got a pretty good leg. It's good. So timeout on the field. We already have a timeout. 10:04 to go here in the first period of play. And Meridian with a great return. They had the ball at the 28-yard line. 28-yard drive. They lead it 7-0.
At Toyota's National Sales Event, we don't just help you get the perfect vehicle. We're here to open new doors that lead to your road to greatness. Your journey starts at Toyota's National Sales Event.
Toyota, let's go places.
So 7-0 is our score. Wayne DeSuer back. Adam Bridges with you. Yikes. That didn't take long, did it?
Yeah, I mean, that's what you get for trying to kick a quick squib kick and just getting the having Meridian set up on the 30-yard line. It's just, they didn't really have to put that much effort on there. Now Centennial's in the pressure mode where they have to set the tone back and just try to get a score on offense here.
So Brody Call and Victor Bayadami will be deep to receive this kick from Rennie. 7-0. Meridian leads it. And like you say, you think you're doing something smart by doing it with just a little squib kick. But here we go. Another D.L. Evans kickoff. D.L. Evans bank. And Rennie, he puts a foot into it. Goes to the right side. Taken there, this time by Victor Bayanambi. Bayanambi all the way out to the 40-yard line. Excuse me, that wasn't Bayanambi. That was Brody Call who got it out there. So Brody Call with a nice return out to the 40-yard line.
Yeah, he almost had an almost as great return as Meridian. It was just one stop away from just getting all the way down to who knows.
So here goes Max Clark. He's the senior quarterback, been around, really does a good job, knows how to run this offense. He's got Jacob Olson back there with him. Running back, 3 receivers to the near side, hands it off to Olson. Olson across the 40, falls forward to about the 44, may have fumbled it. No, he didn't. He had it, but what happened was he kind of broke loose, and Meridian scrambled like they had to get to him, and it almost looked like a fumble. But they're going to put him at the 43, so a gain of 3. It'll be 2nd down and 7.
Yeah, it really seemed like Meridian just clogged all the running lanes there and just didn't really give him a chance to run there. But that was Jacob Hartsoe with just the main stopper on that play.
Hartsoe, pretty good. I mean, he's a big kid in the middle there. Man in motion, that's Castillo. Clark back to pass, throws it out here to the big tight end, Cody Walk. And boy, Meridian was waiting for that. That's going to be a loss of a couple of yards. Back to the original line of scrimmage, the 40. It'll be 3rd down and 10.
Yeah, the corner Judah Argon on that play was just ready for that quick screen, whatever that was, and just able to stop it to get a loss of yards.
And just a little bubble screen to the outside is all it was. Cody walked the tight end screen, didn't work. So now Max Clark looking at a 3rd down. Well, they made it 3rd down and 10. Now they're going to say, we'll put it out to the 41. We won't give them that big of a loss. So it's 3rd down and 9. So Clark with it. He's got Olsen to his left, but I don't think Olsen's going to see it. Nope, they play action fake to him. Clark looking downfield, gets pressure, now throws it to Olsen underneath the coverage. Olsen trying to break a couple of tackles, gets out near the 45. That's not going to be nearly enough for the 1st down. And a whole bunch of white jerseys are there to say, hello, how you doing?
Yeah, it was a great job by the Meridian defense. There's one broken tackle there, and the rest of the whole defense was able to carry for that, or make up for that missed tackle, and was just able to all corral to the ball and just able to stop the runner.
So 4th down, and right now Capital not showing punt, but I think Max Clark does punt too. Maybe they're trying some trickeration here, but nope, they back out there. So Clark backs out, but still nobody deep. Nobody deep for Meridian. And they're going to let that ball bounce, and it hits at the 25, inside the 20, inside the 15, and going to come to rest at about the 12-yard line. So nobody back there for Meridian. Interesting strategy on that, Adam.
Yeah, they're probably just playing it safe, just not really knowing if Capital was going to go for it on there, and was just like, you know what? We'll just let the ball roll instead of just putting a player back and just missing out on a man if they do go for it.
All right, the ball at the 13-yard line, 1st down and 10. Again, 7-0, as you can see here on Treasure Valley Game Night, presented by Mountain West Bank. Wayne Dzubak, Adam Bridges with you. Zeke Martinez at quarterback.
Or Malachi Martinez now.
Oh, is it Malachi? It is, thank you, yeah. Malachi Martinez was there to hand the ball off to Antonacci, and so big brother taking over for little bro. You know, we were told that he may or may not see action. They thought he was 1 week away, but interesting, you know, despite the fact that little brother Zeke took him right down to score, just like that, making it 7-0. Here comes Malachi.
Yeah, maybe Malachi was just afraid that his brother's doing too good and going to steal his job, so he just was like, you know what, put me in, coach, I'm good.
Yeah, we talked about that. We talked about that, some interesting conversations and actually a little bit of confusion. So we got a timeout on the field. Timeout here with, we got 7:02 to go here in the first quarter. 7-0 Meridian. We'll take a quick break and be back right after this.
Wherever you are, D.L. Evans Bank is right there to help. From applying for loans to opening new accounts and signing documents, personalized service is just a video call away. This is Bank Live with D.L. Evans Bank. This is community banking.
Well, you know, Bob's Bicycles on Fairview and Boise is family-owned, and they have been since 1979. Folks, their selection of mountain bikes, road bikes, BMX, cruisers, and comfort bikes, second to none. Whether online at bobs-bicycles.com or on the showroom floor, Bob's Bicycles will have the bike, the accessories, the clothing to fit your needs, and they have in-store financing 6 months, no interest. Say hi to Vern at Bob's Bicycles. Proud to support Idaho student athletes. Here's the pass. Martinez over the middle, and it is complete just like that to Quentin Riley. And that's going to be close to a 1st down. And they do. They give it to him. So, 1st down.
That was a really great stop by behind by number 70, Josh Summers, on that play. Was just really able to come from behind and really make the stop on that play.
We did a Capital game a while back, and Josh Summers really got a gold star on my podcast for his play on defense. He is a big kid. Matter of fact, when I was down on the sidelines looking at him, I said, this is why I don't play. If they had kids that big when I was playing, I would have gone to soccer.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. They hand it off to Antonacci, right side, weaving his way, stretching it out. Now goes forward near the 30, out to about the 29-yard line. It'll be 2nd down and about 5. 7-0 already. And Zeke Martinez, the freshman, started at quarterback. Big brother Malachi is in there now for the Meridian Warriors. Meridian 2-1 on the year, coached by John Zamberlin. Cross Antonacci, number 2, in at running back. Handed off on the fly sweep. This is Thacker coming to the left, cuts it up, has the first down across the 35, out to the 37, and a late flag comes flying in. That could be against Antonacci, who was thrown kind of at his feet. He may have been holding one of the defenders. We'll see if that's what the call is. It is holding against Meridian, and it was against Antonacci.
Yeah, usually if there is a really great play for the offense and there's a really great run or something, and there's a flag, it's bound to probably be a holding call on that.
So that'll back it up. As I mentioned at the start of the show today, both these teams tied for 4th place in the media poll. You can catch it, and you can see that media poll on IdahoSports.com. Just go to the nav bar over there where it says standings and polls. Yeah, that makes some sense, doesn't it? Even I could navigate that.
Oh, yeah.
And then hit on the polls and go it down to football and check it out, and you'll see all the polls right there. Anything you want to know on IdahoSports.com. Martinez hands it off to Antonacci again. Safe play, but nothing there. Wow. You got 3 or 4 black jerseys right there, big guy.
Yeah.
Everybody was there.
The whole Capital D-line looked like they were just right on that play and ready for it.
Well, they know how good Antonacci is, and another loss there. So it's going to be 3rd and long again. 3rd and 14, let's call it.
And on that play, too, it looked like it was only black helmets as well, like you were talking about with the whole grouping thing with the helmets.
It used to be, and I don't know what it was anymore, but it used to, the guys from the Gurkhas, which is a fighting group up in the Himalayas, they used to get the black helmets for Capital. I don't know if they still have that tradition or not, but there's some black helmets out there, or if the black helmet just indicates that, you are succeeding well. Play action fake. Martinez rolling to his right. He's going to run it. He's at the 20. Cuts back, spins, hits hard, and he gets back just outside the original line of scrimmage. But wow, that's a dangerous pass. Not what you want to see if you're John Zamberlin and you've got Malachi Martinez back in the game from a shoulder injury for him to spin and get hit. Boom, just like that hard.
Yeah, especially just coming off after a pretty big injury that's kept him out for quite a few games. It's just to see him on his first major play to get hit like that.
Well, the big stop here. And so kicking the ball away will be Nathan Reynolds. And that's Nate Cherry back. Ball's going to hit the 45, take a big hop. Cherry takes it on the run at the 40, 45, 50. Knocked out of bounds at the 48-yard line. Nate Cherry, good return. It was a real good hop that he could take right at midsection. And so Capital will start this drive with great field position on the Meridian side of the field at the 47.
Yeah, on that play, it looked like number 17, Mason Meyer, was just there, and he was ready, but he was unfortunately unable to bring the returner to the ground. And then luckily for them, Carson Gooley was able to stop them and just push him out of bounds for a loss, or at least for just a minimal gain.
Max Clark, play action fake, looks, can't find anybody, runs up the middle. That was a busted play. He looked out to the right, and when his man was not open, I think he was trying to go to Ethan Castillo, and Castillo was not open, and I think it was the one option on that play, so because Clark immediately began to run.
Yeah, and then as soon as he decided to run, he just instantly slid as well.
Yeah. He's a smart quarterback.
Yeah.
Martinez that time, I'm not saying he's not smart, but Martinez took a big hit over there. He was trying to get all he could. Max Clark said, I'm going down. Back to pass. Clark stands there, dumps it. It's complete. Down the sidelines. That one caught by Nate Garcia, and that's going to be close to a first down inside the 40, down about the 37-yard line. Let's see where they mark it. It's right in front of the Capital bench. They will put it right at the 36, first down, but there may be a flag down. Holding against Capital. Yep, I didn't see it. It happened late in the play, right in front of the Capital bench. That's going to bring this one back. They'll mark it off from the spot of the foul, which is going to be very close. I mean, it happened very at the end of the play.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. That was a really also nice sidearm throw by the quarterback there. He just really kind of just, got that nice touch and just really just did kind of a baseball throw on that play.
So they're going to mark it off and actually come back to the original line of scrimmage where it'll be 2nd down and 10. So it's almost like the play never happened.
Yeah.
They lost on the penalty about a half a yard because Clark gained about 1.5 yards on his slide. Here we go, 2nd down and 10. Little pitch out here on the right side to Olsen. Olsen breaks a couple of tackles, slips inside the 40 down to the 39-yard line. That's an 8-yard pickup. It'll be 3rd and doable with 3rd and 2.
Yeah, and just from the previous games that we watched, like the Mountain View game, that Mountain View was able to crush them with the run, and it seems like that's what Capital's trying to do this game.
Here we go. Olsen again up the middle. Olsen breaks a tackle, spins forward, really close to that 1st down.
Yeah, we'll see.
I think it's going to be good, yeah. I think it's a right foot, left foot thing, and I think the right foot wins.
Oh, it looks like they're...
Oh, they're making it 4th down and inches.
Well, it's kind of interesting because it looks like the ball is past the...
It does.
Past the marker, but he said it was a 4th down.
Yeah, it's 4th down, but you're right. It looks like they're past the marker.
Well, it's clearly past the marker.
Wow. Uh-oh. If we can see that from here, I'm getting a little bit concerned out there.
Yeah, it's...
That's why I called it 1st down, yeah. It looks like it's a foot ahead of the yard to get. Anyway, here we go. Clark hands it off to Olsen, and Olsen's got it. And all the rhetoric, all the controversy put to rest right there.
Yeah, it didn't really matter on that play. Kind of we're just like, you know what, we'll take it, and we'll just show them that we could still get that 1st down no matter what.
All right, the ball at the 34-yard line. Capital marching down 7-0, 1.5 to go, 90 seconds left in this 3rd period from Donald Larson Park. Clark back to pass, looking right, throws underneath the coverage, drop. Ethan Castillo had it.
Yeah, it looked like he was just not really ready for it because it was a very quick throw, but sometimes you could just catch your receiver off guard if you just sling it really quick as you can.
A little bit behind, but still catchable. One of those Castillo would like to have back.
Yeah, and it looked like the receiver just had one little step over number 1 Judah Aragon on.
Oh yeah, it was just a slant inside, and
yeah.
he had the position. Here comes the blitz. Here comes the fly sweep, and boy, they had this one figured out. They are going to stop Brody Call for no gain. In fact, a loss of 2. Brody Call ran into the blitz, and it was coming from the left side. They were running to the right side. What a beautiful defensive call.
Yeah, that was a great play by Bryce Campbell on Meridian. He just was really able to time the snap and was just able to instantly already be in the backfield as soon as they snapped the ball.
So a loss of about 4, so it's going to bring it back outside the 35 to the 37 where it's 3rd down and 13. See what Clark does. He's got Olsen to his right. Rolls to his right, looks back to his left. He's looking for the big man, the tight end. Nobody there, and Clark goes down. The pressure that was brought to bear that time by Jacob Hartzau just was too much, I guess. Clark tried to make a move and fell down. Loss of about 15 yards.
Yeah, it looked like he was trying to make a play with his legs and trying to just give a little juke right there, but it just ended up slipping on the field.
They were looking for Cody Walk, and when Cody Walk was covered, Max Clark had nowhere to go, and he lost it all the way back to the 47-yard line.
Yeah, and credit to this defense. It seemed like they had every single option just locked up, and just he couldn't go anywhere with the ball.
That's going to do it for the 1st period. 1 period in the books here, 7-0 in favor of Meridian. We'll take a timeout. We'll come back after this on IdahoSports.com.
At D.L. Evans Bank, we haven't invested in a deep line of digital banking services to help infuse more banking into your life. Just more living. D.L. Evans Bank. This is community banking.
I decided to get vaccinated because I wanted to protect myself and my family and my customers from COVID-19. When I went to get my COVID-19 vaccine, it was an easy process, is readily available. Since I got vaccinated, I'm confident I'm protected against the COVID-19 virus. My life has returned to business as usual.
And we're back. Second period. 7-0. Meridian leads it. Wayne Zuback, Adam Bridges with you right here on IdahoSports.com. 5A SIC action. Thanks for being with us. I really appreciate it. Good to have you here. We've been following the 5A SIC ranks all season long. Tomorrow night will be no different. We'll be at Mountain View. Eagle taking on Mountain View. That should be a tussle and a half. Look forward to being over at Mountain View for that one. But we got plenty of football left here. One period in the book. 7-0 Meridian. 4th down and long. So it's going to be a punt situation for Max Clark and the Capital Eagles at the Meridian 47-yard line. And now we got movement, and a flag flies, illegal procedure against Capital. So it's going to make it even longer. Part of the problem was Max Clark was looking. They were missing one guy, and Ethan Castillo came out really late. And so that confusion caused a lot of problems, movement. So now the big thing is that it's going to move it back to the 48-yard line of Capital, so not a big deal on that one.
Yeah, it kind of looks like 4th and forever now.
Yeah. So here we go. Here's the catch. Judah Argon takes it at about the 17, makes a couple of quick moves, and a flag flies right as he's hit at the 25. So Argon is down at the 25-yard line. Let's see what the flag is all about. Block in the back against Meridian, so that'll back him up. So again, Zeke Martinez started this game, and it looks like big brother Malachi was sitting there. No, here comes Zeke now. So Zeke's coming back in. Huh, interesting.
Yeah. Maybe they're just switching every other drive or something like that.
Yeah, I think they're trying to get Malachi, some reps tonight. Malachi hurt. He hurt his shoulder in that first game of the year against Mountain View. Hasn't played until tonight. But his little brother, Zeke, who's just a freshman and wears number 25, is out there, played really well at his last 2 games. I mean, he was all over the place in a 41-0 win over Centennial and a 52-7 win over Timberline. Zeke Martinez was unstoppable. And he's out there again as the ball's going to be placed right at the 15-yard line. 1st and 10 for Meridian. Cross Antonacci, the running back. Martinez from the shotgun. Hands it off to Antonacci. Antonacci finds a big hole across the 20 out to the 25 to the 27-yard line. Pickup of 11. That is a 1st down.
Yeah, and the thing about Antonacci is that you just definitely know that he's going to pop something loose and just get a huge gain, and you already know it. It's just inevitable, and it just seems like just win. It's not a matter of if, it's just a matter of when.
Well, we've seen Boise State all year not be able to establish the run, so the pressure's on Bachmeyer to kind of throw the football, and they had to go to short passings, which are kind of like a run on an RPO, but when you can hand it off to somebody like Cross Antonacci and he can get yardage no matter what, it takes all the pressure off of you as a QB. They do it again, this time not much there as Capital's ready for it. Maybe a gain of 1. It'll be 2nd down and 9.
Yeah, maybe Boise State might want to offer a scholarship to one of these, these Idaho-bred huge running backs like Antonacci,
Oh, yeah. He's a good one, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Actually, a loss of a half a yard. So it's 2nd down. Let's call it 11. Zeke Martinez back to pass, throws it quickly. Knocked down at the last second. The pass was thrown out there to number 80. That's Corbin Fries, and Corbin couldn't hold on to it. I didn't see it right away because he was right in front of that Capital sideline, which was pretty much cheering about it, so I figured he must have dropped it.
Yeah, and that was a great stop by the corner, Victor Bayandambe. I probably said that wrong.
No, you're close.
No. Oh,
I asked the coaches about it, and they said we just call him Victor B.
Victor B.
Yeah, Victor B. But, yeah, Bayandambe is as close as I'm going to get tonight.
Mm-hmm.
So if Mrs. Bayandambe's around, I apologize, but that's where we're at. Because the coaching staff didn't even know.
Yeah.
Back to pass. Martinez lets it fly. He's got a man open at the 40, at the 30. He's gone. Touchdown, Quentin Riley, as Quentin Riley takes it all the way, 20 75 yards. And there is what the young freshman can do to you. Wow.
You know, that was just an awful defensive scheme by Capital there. It was only seemed like just a 30-yard throw for Martinez, but the receiver was just able to beat his man and was just able to run the rest of the field just, you know, without any hassle or any trouble.
Well, I told you how good these receivers are. Quentin Riley is a senior. He's 6'3", 190 pounds. Rennie out to try the extra point to make it 13-0. The kick is up, and it is good. So we'll change the score here. Make it 14-0 in favor of the Meridian Warriors. They're getting the job done here tonight. We'll take a break. Be right back.
Banking. Maybe you enjoy the person-to-person attention you get going to your bank. Maybe you enjoy the convenience of banking from home sweet home. Or maybe you like the flexibility of paying your bills, applying for a loan, or talking to your personal banking person from wherever fits your fancy. Then definitely, you should bank at Mountain West Bank. Member FDIC. The easy, convenient, any way you want to bank.
Wayne DeZoo back. Adam Bridges with you back here at Donald Larson Park. Meridian 2-1 on the year. Taking a 14-0 lead here on Capital's home field. Meridian just looking good, and it has been, once again, the freshman quarterback, Zeke Martinez, who's getting it done. Rennie will come up, and we're getting ready for another D.L. Evans Bank kickoff here from Donald Larson Park on IdahoSports.com.
Well, you know, you were talking about this. They were just one play away from being 3-0 right now.
Oh, yeah. Basically a missed field goal that a lot of people thought was good. It was
even us.
Yeah, I thought it was good too, but it was called bad. And here's the short kick. Going to be taken by the up man at about the 12-yard line. And running to the right side is Call. Brody Call out to the 32-yard line, maybe the 33. But Brody Call, the sophomore wide receiver, defensive back. Nice little return of about 18 yards.
You know, sometimes you kind of just question why they don't just let it roll into the end zone. But if they're able to get it to at least the 30 or 33, then it's just, you know, it's just way more beneficial than just letting it roll into the end zone.
You know what? If you're back there and you're a high school kid and you get one you can return, you are going for it. You're going to go for it.
Get that recognition.
Yeah, Max Clark. Play action fake, rolls to his left, throws wide open as Nate Cherry at the 35, cuts it back, and Nate Cherry should have gone forward. He lost some ground after the catch, and guess what? He's not going to gain much more than about a yard. He's going to lose. Yeah, they're going to actually, I thought his forward progress should have been put out right at the 35-yard line, but they're going to bring him back to the 33. Wow. A loss of a yard.
Well, that was kind of an interesting stop because it kind of looked like number 51, Jacob Hartzow, just pushed a Capital player into him, and it just seemed like the Capital player took him down.
Well, Nate Cherry was trying to make a move, and instead of just go forward to get all he could get, you know, against his Meridian defense. Clark now rolling to the right. Again, throws underneath the coverage. It's dropped. Dropped by Connor Christie.
Yeah, it was a really great stop by Riley Bylington to just be able to get his get the receiver wrapped and just be able to stop the play.
Well, right now, if I am guessing right, actually that dropped.
38.
I think that drop that time was Cody Walk, the big tight end. You don't see that happen very often.
Mm-hmm.
So it's 3rd down and 11. Here comes the blitz right up the middle. Clark over the middle. Walk drops it again, had it in his arms at the 35-yard line, which would have been a huge gain, and he could not come up with it. It would have been a tough catch, but you know what? Cody Walk tried to put that in his arms like that. He needed to catch it with his hands.
Yeah, and especially they had no defensive players behind or in front of him on that play, so he could have been able to run it.
That was a perfect pass by Max Clark, but now it's a punt time. And kicking it away will be Jackson Berg. And this one's going to take a couple of hops at about the 35-yard line, and it's quickly down right there at about the 35 by the Capital Eagles. Brian Dombey got it down right at the 35-yard line.
That was a really strong boot by their punter. You could hear it here, just a huge thud on that ball.
Well, it's interesting. Yeah, Jackson Berg is the kicker. He's a junior. He does the place kicking and the punting. Very seldom do you see a place kicker be also a punter.
Yeah. Well, especially since it's kind of a different type of kicking to where it's like some people are just accustomed to one type, just only kicking field goals or even only kicking kickoffs.
Well, normally Max Clark does all the punting when it's kind of like a 4th and 3 or something like that.
Yeah.
That keeps you on your toes. So it's still Zeke Martinez in there, new running back. That's Del Rio, I believe.
You know, the Meridian offense is probably just afraid after that hit on Martinez earlier that they just don't want to risk him getting injured.
Yeah, I wouldn't. I mean, I talked about it. I said that's not what you want to see if you're John Zammerlin.
Yeah.
Is your quarterback that you're trying to get healed take a huge hit out in open field. So it was Marco Del Rio. Always throws me when I see number 25 come in the ball game. I go, hey, who's running back?
Yeah.
Oh, wait a minute. What do we got here? Yep, nope, that's okay. It is still Zeke Martinez. Back to pass, lets it fly, throws it on the flat. It is picked up and caught there. Nice catch by Corbin Freeze. And Freeze is going to be right near that first down marker. I think he's going to be just inside the 45. He needed to get to the 45. They're going to put the nose of the ball on the 45, so that is a first down. Took him a minute to place it. I had one official kind of walk in just inside the 45. That led me to believe, falsely, that it was not a first down.
Yeah, and especially with that last play being, or last drive having just 1 foot over the line to
exactly.
This
Yeah. Well, we've had some interesting kind of first down calls, if you will. So Martinez is there. He sends Quentin Riley to the left. Riley in a slot on the left side. Hands it off to Marco Del Rio out to the 50-yard line. So he'll be right at midfield. Pickup of 6. It'll be 2nd down and 4. What a beautiful night. The sun now just kind of shining on the foothills. They're all in bright sunshine. 68-degree Thursday night. No wind at all to speak of. 14-0 Meridian lead. Clock runs. 7:35 to go here in the first half.
You know what's kind of funny with Zeke Martinez is that he looks just like his brother Malachi, like facial-wise, but it's just he's just a little bit bigger and just a little bit bigger built than Martinez, which just separates them apart.
Okay, which Martinez? Back to pass. Zeke is going to get sacked, fumbles the football. Capital comes up with it. And Zeke Martinez gets up slowly, but he's not because he's hurt, because he's bummed that blitz came in so fast on the freshman, he didn't know what to do with it, and a huge turnover, and Capital with a golden opportunity at the 45-yard line, 44-yard line now they mark it, of Meridian.
You know, that's really what they needed to get their momentum going back in this game, already being down 14-0 and just being able to get the ball in pretty decent field position.
You know, I'll be honest with you, just from body language, it looks like Meridian more into this game right now than Capital, and maybe that turned the tide right there. I don't know. Jacob Olson, the running back. Max Clark, the quarterback. Got 2 receivers to the near side, 1 to the far side. Olson has it up the middle, bounces off 1 defender, and falls forward inside the 40. Nice run by Olson to get about 4 yards out of what looked like nothing.
Yeah, you know, with these bigger backs where they don't find a hole, but they're just able to push forward to at least get some yards of a broken play.
So 2nd down and 6. Ball just shy, right at the 40-yard line. Meridian 40, so Capital with a big turnover. First turnover of the game. Clark throws out in the flat. Backwards pass. He's going to have to fall on it. They say it's incomplete. I thought it was backwards. Let's see what the officials say. Nope, they're going to say it's an incomplete pass, but I really thought Brody Call was behind Max Clark when the ball was thrown. Wow.
Yeah, and that was interesting, too, because it seemed like they didn't blow the whistle until the receiver fell right on the ball. So it kind of seemed like they at first thought it was a fumble as well.
Well, Brody Call did at least, because Brody Call was scrambling to get it because he thought, oh, this was thrown backwards. This is a backwards pass, so it was a lateral, but the officials didn't call it that way. So a break for Capital, 3rd down and 6. Clark. And we got, I think, illegal procedure against Capital. So right now, remember I said Capital kind of sleepwalking a little bit here on a Thursday night?
Yeah. I mean, it just seems like they came out of this game not really being as prepared as Meridian. It seemed like Meridian was a little bit more focused, and it's already kind of showing, but hopefully they could get something together with that, with their stop.
Well, what's on the Thursday lunch menu? I mean, really, hopefully they had something really good to eat on game day.
Maybe that's what's stopping them from.
Yeah. 3rd down and 12. Clark back to pass. Here comes the pressure. Throws. Well, I'll tell you what, that time it should have been caught again by Cody Walk. Cody Walk's not having a good game. He heard footsteps. He looked over at the defender coming and looked away from the ball, and the ball went right through his hands. So tonight, right now, so far, Cody Walk is having a tough night.
Yeah, and it seemed like he definitely could have caught it. It just seems like he pulled his hands out right before the ball got to him. So it just kind of seemed like he didn't even want to catch it in the first place.
He saw 2 defenders is what he saw them guys come and go, I'm not taking that hit. All right, here's Clark, 4th down. He's in the shotgun, and now Olsen steps up in front of him to offer some blocking as he'll punt it away. But again, Meridian, nobody deep. And now we got flags all over the place. We got procedure against Capital. And, boy, I'll tell you what, the Eagles look absolutely discombobulated.
Well, that was very interesting as well, because it seemed like they went off sides, but they didn't. They just committed and were just doing a jog. It just seemed like they just jogged off sides, which it didn't seem like they were like, oh, I should just get back to my side or kind of act like I didn't jump off or anything.
So Clark is out. Jackson Berg comes in, and they send Argonne. Meridian does back now to receive. So they had an opportunity to kick it with nobody back there, maybe a good field position. It's blocked.
Nathan Reynolds.
It's scooped up. Nathan Reynolds blocks it, scoops it up at the 20, the 10, the 5, touchdown. Nathan Reynolds with the big block and scoop and score. How about that?
You know, it seems like Nathan Reynolds has been making plays on special teams this whole year, and just basically everywhere on the field, because defensively he's been making plays on special teams. Even as a punter, he's been making plays by making tackles as a punter as well.
Wow.
Yeah, that was a really, really great play, and especially just caught Centennial or Capital in this kind of sleepwalking, like you said, phase, and it just seems like it's just they're not really into this game.
Meridian has come here on fire. Rennie will try to make it 21-0. And his kick is low, but does get over. That was not the best kick I've seen Rennie go, but he did make it happen. And so it's 21-0 here in the second period. We'll be back right after this.
A hit in the morning, another between class, after school, and more before bed. Vaping sucks you in quick. Not to mention all the chemicals and health problems everyone's talking about. That's why thousands of teens are ready to take back their life their own way with My Life, My Quit. When you sign up with us, you'll get a free and simple quit plan that makes it easier to stop vaping. Visit mylifemyquit.com or text Start My Quit to 36072.
21-0 is our score, Meridian. And the latest score by Nathan Reynolds. He blocked the punt, scooped it up, took it in. And really, he was being chased there by Jackson Berg, the punter, but Jackson no chance to bring down the 6'4" wide receiver / defensive end / punt blockers / All-American.
Yeah, / everything, you know. I still remember explicitly that Centennial game where he just absolutely laid out the returner as the punter as well, and we were definitely not expecting that.
All right, Cadman Rennie getting ready to kick it off again. We got another D.L. Evans kickoff here at Donald Larson Park on IdahoSports.com. Here we go. Rennie, little pooch kick this time, going to come to an up man about the 30-yard line, 35, out to about the 36-yard line, or 34-yard line, rather. And that looks like could have been Cody Walk. Yep. So Cody Walk was the up man that time. He picked it up. And Meridian, I tell you what, Meridian's done a great job, but with 5:59 to go here in the first half, there's no question that this is a huge drive for Capital. They have got to get on the scoreboard.
Yeah, let's definitely see if they can get something rolling on offense. Seemed like their run game kind of worked for a bit, and then they just kind of gave away from it.
They've had some big plays. They've had some drops. They've had a couple things. Clark rolling to his right. Here comes the pressure. Here's the throw. Wide open is Walk. Walk's got the catch this time out to midfield. A big 15-yard gain. First down for Cody Walk and the Capital Eagles. And a flag down at the last second.
Or is that a flag, or is that like a towel or glove or something?
It's yellow, and it's on there, and it looks like a flag to me. So let's see what the deal is.
Yeah. You know, you never know because Meridian's yellow, and they might have yellow flags.
Yeah.
Oh, they're stepping right on it.
Yep.
Yeah, it looks like a flag.
Ooh. And it looks like there's 2 penalties against Capital. And that's going to bring this play back. It looks like there was a personal foul.
Definitely did not want that, especially on that huge gain.
So that's going to bring it all the way back from midfield, folks. They will mark it inside the 20, down at the 17-yard line. So you're talking about, instead of Capital having it at midfield, they now have it at their own 17. That is a huge penalty, and there were 2 of them.
Yeah, that's very unfortunate, or very just didn't want that to happen.
Oh, no. If you're a Capital fan, that is definitely not what you wanted to see. Hand off to Olsen up the middle. Hayes got some running room. Cuts it outside. Across the 35 to the 38-yard line.
Looks like another flag on the play, though.
Wow. Jacob Olsen with a nice run. Will it hold, though? Well, I don't want to use the word hold because that's been used too often today. Will it stand?
It does look like it is a hold, though.
Unbelievable. So they'll back it up on Capital all the way back, again inside the 20. Now this one's going to be marked off from about the 20, inside the 10.
My goodness.
So 2 plays ago, they had it, there's 40 yards difference. So 40 yards in penalties. You've got it at your own 10-yard line instead of midfield.
You know, it seemed like on that play they were just trying to do damage control. And was just,
Yeah.
you know, we can't do anything about the flag, but we'll just get it to at least where we started. But now it looks like they're going to have to do way more work.
Here's the good news. It's first down. Bad news, 37 yards to go.
Oh, yeah.
Hand off to Olsen. Olsen cuts it around. Olsen cuts it across the 25 out to about the 28-yard line. He got a lot back and a fumble, and Meridian says they have it. Let's see if the officials agree. Meridian is very adamant that they've got it. And the official, nobody's made a call yet. Meridian saying, yep.
Looks like second down.
And it's second down. So the officials never made that call. What was happening in the pile? Obviously, Meridian was trying to strip it away, but apparently his forward progress had stopped when they finally got the ball out of Olsen's hands. So big gain. Now it's only 2nd and 15. Play action fake. Clark rolling to his left. He's going to tuck it. He's going to run. And he gets it out across the 35 to the 36-yard line, where now you got 3rd down and 8. So that 1st and 37 seems like only a bad memory.
Yeah. Well, I mean, just imagine if they were able to start on that where they originally started and get 38 yards.
Yeah. Corbin Meisner for Meridian has a yellow shoe. It's driving me crazy because I see that yellow shoe out there, and it looks like a flag. Yeah, it does every time.
Well, that's why I thought it was maybe like a yellow glove or something on their team.
All right, 3rd down and 8. Clark rolls right, throws under the coverage. Cody Walk has it, but he trips and falls as he gets contact. Gain of 1. It'll be 4th down and 7.
You know, I think that's the 4th time a Capital player has slipped on the field. I don't know if it's just something with their cleats or something with the field, but that's been an issue today.
Clock running, 4:15 to go here in the first half. All Meridian, 21-0 here at Donald Larson Park on an SIC 5A game night brought to you by Mountain West Bank. We got a player out there tying his shoes. Give me a chance to tell you, we also want to thank the College of Western Idaho, Ultimate Heating and Air, and, of course, Hoffman Auto Body, and Bob's Bicycles of Boise. And our Toyota dealers, Toyota Let's Go Places, Valley-Wide Co-op, Country Stores, and, of course, Project Filter. Stop smoking, start living. So a timeout is called after all of that. We'll just keep it right here with 3:50 to go in the first half. Again, tomorrow night, we're going to be over at Mountain View. It'll be Eagle Mountain View going at it. And also tomorrow night, Boise Bora will be right here at Donald Larson Park. Boise 1-2, Bora 0-3. Bora has given up 49, 48, and 58 points in 3 games. So the defense is going to have to improve a tad.
Oh, yes. Not a little bit more than a tad.
I know, but I was being kind.
Optimistic.
I was being very optimistic. I was being very friendly. Timberline and Cuna, and of course you'll have that one right here on IdahoSports.com. Centennial at Rocky Mountain. Rocky Mountain 2-1 on the year. Centennial 1-2, and Owyhee 0-3, trying to get on the win side, but they'll be at Skyview, who is 3-0. So 4th down. Last time they had a punt, Nathan Reynolds blocked it and took it in.
Looks like a new returner now.
Oh, and it's dropped and almost blocked again. Finally, the kick gets off, but it's going to be, now it takes a great capital bounce, and it's going to be inside the 40-yard line down to the 38. How in the world did Jason Berg get that up? He fumbled the snap. It bounced around his feet. He picked it up. He had, again, Nathan Reynolds there.
Yeah.
He had a couple of other guys there, and somehow he kicked it, and it got through him.
Yeah, I thought Nathan Reynolds was going to get a second block off that just second chance to punt the ball there. It's very interesting.
Well, I guess you have to call it, that's a break capital needed right there. Because Meridian has it now at their own 38-yard line. And look at this. They're going back to Malachi. Malachi Martinez. Play action fake. Steps back. Looking. Throwing deep. Has a man open. Caught at the 40-yard line.
You know, this Meridian offense is like, as long as we have a Martinez on the field, we're fine.
Quentin Riley. A Martinez. Quentin Riley with the catch. 25-yard gain all the way down to the 40-yard line. 1st down and 10 for Meridian. Warriors looking sharp. I mean, they have looked sharp the last couple of weeks.
Seems like as the season progressed, they've gotten a little more and more comfortable with this offense.
Well, the big Centennial, 41-0. Handoff to Antonacci. Antonacci slips a couple of tacklers. He'll get 5 down to the 35-yard line. And then they beat Timberline 52-7. And again, you know, I don't want to go back and harp on this, but they lost to Mountain View on that missed field goal that a lot of people thought was good. Let's put it this way. It was really close.
Yeah.
The kick was really good.
It was very high.
It was really high, and they have short goalposts, and a lot of people said that's what threw the officials off. But bottom line is they called it the way they saw it. It was a 14-13 win, and then a fumble on the ground is still loose. Capital trying to scoop it. They do. Capital scoops it, and they've got a 1st down going the other way. And what a big scoop that time by number 33, and that would be Will Kovac.
Well, it seemed like we missed that Malachi went out and Zeke ended up coming in on that play, and just the center must have not been ready for the quarterback switch and just didn't get a good snap.
Either that, it kind of looked like it was not a bad snap, but it looked like Martinez went right through his hands, you know, and he just couldn't handle it. So a big break. You're going to put it at the 42-yard line as Kovac came up with the scoop. He was trying to scoop and run, but he couldn't quite do it.
It was also a great job by Zeke Martinez, able to stop the play because he was the only defender in the way.
Yeah, here comes Life Flight. Right now I think Capital is on Life Flight. They need something to happen.
Oh, yeah.
Hand it off to Olsen up the middle. Olsen carries some tacklers near the 35-yard line. Pickup of 5, maybe 6.
You know, the people in the helicopter are just ready to watch this game.
Yeah. Well, let's hope they're well enough to watch the game. 2nd down and 5. So a pickup of 5 by Olsen. Again, Olsen skips it outside, trying to go off left tackle this time. Fumble and a flag. So we got a lot of things going on. Let's suit it out. And again, it was Nathan Reynolds coming up with the ball. There was definitely a fumble, a flag as well. So let's see what they're going to call here. Officials got some thinking to do. It is a fumble, and it will be Meridian's ball. So I'm not sure what the flag was.
Are you familiar with the game Man, the football man game?
The who game?
The football man game, that you play on Xbox with football.
Oh, you're talking. Are you talking something online? Why would I be familiar with online?
I don't know, maybe you would.
You and I are from totally different generations. Okay? So if you are familiar with that, pontificate, because I don't know.
In that game, if a player's doing really well, they get their X factor, which is kind of like their special ability to make them play better. And it definitely seems like Nathan Reynolds on all the field is getting his X factor on right now.
Oh, you're right. Okay, now I understand.
Yeah.
Wow. Throw me under the internet bus. All right, back to pass. Zeke Martinez, and he chucks it out there and caught by Quentin Riley right near the first down marker. Yeah, I got to take a look at the clock. It stops with 1:59 to go. It's 11-yard gain, so it is enough for a first down out to the 44-yard line. 21-0. Meridian leads it. And if it sounds like it's been all Meridian, it has been all Meridian. Back to pass. Martinez, left side again. Again, that's Riley. And again, Riley's got 11 yards.
Oh, yeah.
And maybe another first down as he falls forward to the 45 of Capital. We'll see where they'll place it.
Meridian on that play was like, if it isn't broke, then don't fix it. And they just played the exact same play.
He put it shy of the 45, right at the 46-yard line. Martinez again whips it out there. Look at that. Riley again. Quentin Riley, three in a row.
Yeah, just exact same route every single time as well.
But here's the bad part. They went for 11, 10, and now 8 yards.
Yeah.
So they're going backwards ostensibly, right?
Well, I mean, they're still getting yards, though. Still better than nothing.
I know. I'm just teasing. I'm just trying to look for something positive for the Capital Eagles here tonight. Second down and 4 of a 6-yard game. Martinez steps up into it, throws deep, and overthrows everybody. And guess who it was intended for? Yep, Quentin Riley.
Yeah, it looked like the defense was just playing keep away, but just holding Quentin Riley away from just not even getting close to the ball. He's just blocking him there. He's like, nope, you're not getting anywhere close to this.
1:16 to go first half. 21-0. Meridian leads it. And we got a third down and 4. And we've gone back and forth. You got to keep a close eye on it. So if I miss it, let me know.
All right.
Because the quarterback is changing.
Every other play, it seems like.
I think this is Zeke Martinez. ZM is in there. ZM hands it off to K.A. Cross Antonacci. And he's got the first down just like that.
Yeah, it's very hard because we can't label them by their last names now because they're both Martinez. So
yeah,
it's like
I know.
we have to find interesting ways to call them.
Well, we got Eminem. That'd be Malachi Martinez. But this is Zeke. Throws it incomplete. Ball intended for Corbin Freeze. Out of his reach. Second down and 10. That'll stop the clock with 61 seconds to go here in the first half. Been a fun game anyway to watch. I mean, really to watch this Meridian Warrior team, I've been impressed all year with their size, their physicality, if you will. Their receiving core is so big. I mean, everywhere you look, they've got big wide receivers. Like right now, they got Ethan Pierce out on the left-hand side. He's 6'6", 170. Hello. Handed off at the middle to Antonacci. Antonacci falls forward inside the 30, maybe to the 29-yard line.
Yeah, even though I had a little bit of bad blood with transferring, I really did pick Meridian to win it all this year.
They actually mark him out at the 31. Martinez back to pass. Throwing deep. It's going to be, almost intercepted. It looked like the best guy that had a chance to catch that was Ethan Castillo. And it goes incomplete. So that'll bring a fourth down and about 6. But you know what? With this Meridian team, they're up 21-0. They're going to go for it right here. And in this offense, they've got a lot of fourth down and 6 opportunities. 40 seconds to go, first half, here at Donald Larson Park. Beautiful night on a Thursday for SIC football. Treasure Valley Game Night brought to you by Mountain West Bank. Here comes Quentin Riley near to the near side.
Well, now they're pressing them because they know.
Yep. They go that same pass to the other way. It's caught right at the yard marker. Is it a first down? Looks like they stopped him. It was right there. They couldn't quite get it, but that's the same play they went to Quentin Riley for. But this time instead they went on the other side to Corbin Freeze, and he caught it, but just about a foot shy.
Yeah, now that they're throwing it out of bounds, they left 36 seconds on the clock for Capital, so let's see if they'll be able to do anything or put a whole drive together now.
What's funny, Adam, I thought Meridian had to get to the 25-yard line. That's exactly where the ball is.
Yeah.
It looks to me like it was a first down. I'm fine that it's not, but it looked like it was, and so Capital now with 36 seconds to go has to decide, do they try something crazy or do they just hand it off to Olson and just call it a half and go back and regroup?
Well, yeah, and it looked like he just ran into the down marker on that play, so it looked like he should have got it.
Yeah, exactly. He hit the marker. Back to passes, Clark. Clark's going to throw it deep, incomplete. And again, the closest person there was Bryce Norwood, DB for Meridian. That'll stop the clock with 32. I'm thinking right now, I think you just maybe hand it off and regroup, get back into that locker room and kind of figure out, okay, what do we have to fix? What do we have to adjust?
I definitely agree.
Clark, they do hand it off to Olson up the middle. Olson gets nothing. But what he gets is the clock continues to run unless Meridian wants to stop it. Meridian does have 2 timeouts left if they want to get greedy. It's 3rd down and 9, and 16, I think they're going to let it go. So John Zamberlin really kind of doing the good thing, letting this clock run down, because he could have stopped it and made him punt. He got the ball back with about 10 seconds left, but it's 3-2. Clark is rolling. Here we got a flag down, and it'll stop play. Clock is down to 0, but let's see what the flag is. Offside against Meridian, so one more play. So we'll have one on time down to end this first half. So now if you're Capital, this is one where you just kind of, let it fling, or do you throw it under the coverage? Because I tell you what, Meridian's, they've got a DB. They got Bryce Norwood right now down at the 40-yard line.
Yeah. I mean, their best option might be just to throw it short and just maybe try to do some laterals or some trickery just to kind of get something.
Let's see what Max Clark does. 3rd down and 3. This is an untimed down. This will be it. They just hand it off. Olson's got some running room. Cuts back at the 40, down to the 45-yard line, and that's going to do it. And a flag, yep. We got another flag down, so we've had a lot of flags here, and if it's a defensive penalty, it's going to be one more play.
Well, it looks like Capital's already running over to the...
Yeah. They're not into this thing. If this is a defensive penalty, let's see what it is. Personal foul against Capital, so it's a done deal.
Well, that was kind of weird that they're just running over to the locker room like they weren't even ready. They weren't even focused to...
They were ready to be done, weren't they?
Yeah.
So it's halftime here at Donald Larson Park. Our score right now is Meridian 21, Capital nothing, and Capital goes to the locker room going, what just happened? We got to figure.
Banking. Maybe you enjoy the person-to-person attention you get going to your bank. Maybe you enjoy the convenience of banking from home sweet home. Or maybe you like the flexibility of paying your bills, applying for a loan, or talking to your personal banking person from wherever fits your fancy. Then definitely, you should bank at Mountain West Bank. Member FDIC. The easy, convenient, any way you want to bank.
The injuries look like those seen in people exposed to poisons like mustard gas. That's how doctors are describing what they see in the lungs of vapors. The chemicals can essentially burn your lungs. Find the truth at BehindTheHaze.com.
At Toyota's national sales event, we don't just help you get the perfect vehicle. We're here to open new doors that lead to your road to greatness. Your journey starts at Toyota's National Sales Event.
Toyota, let's go places.
I'm Corey. I'm a dairy nutritionist here in the Treasure Valley. I decided to get vaccinated because I wanted to do my part to protect myself and my family and my customers from COVID-19. As soon as the vaccines were readily available, I was vaccinated. I would encourage people to do the research, listen to the healthcare providers. When I went to get my COVID-19 vaccine, there was hardly any wait. It was an easy process, is readily available. Since I got vaccinated, I'm confident I'm protected against the COVID-19 virus. My life has returned to business as usual.
We're Valley-wide cooperative. For 100 years, we've been your first choice for residential and commercial propane, fuels, oils, and lubricants. We service HVAC, install water heaters, propane tanks, and accessories. And yes, we'll even deliver right where you need it. Because for us, serving is more than a job, it's a way of life. We are proud to employ your neighbors and to be a cornerstone of your community. We're Valley-wide. Yesterday, today, and tomorrow. We're here for you.
Ads like this keep popping up, but I see through the hype because those vape clouds people claim are just water vapor contain as many as 31 different chemicals, like formaldehyde, the stuff they preserve dead bodies with. And while the flavors sound all harmless, we still have no idea what these ingredients could be doing to our bodies. But I already see vaping for exactly what it is. Get the real facts at BehindTheHaze.com.
It's time to start planning for back to school. That's why I got my kids vaccinated for COVID-19, so they can be protected from COVID when they're back in the classroom. Kids 12 and older can get vaccinated. The vaccines have been researched and tested. They're safe and they work. Getting vaccinated was quick and easy. You can walk into a pharmacy to get one. We got our COVID-19 vaccine, and I hope everyone will choose to get vaccinated too.
Get a free COVID-19 vaccine today. Find a location near you at covidvaccine.idaho.gov.
Banking. Maybe you enjoy the person-to-person attention you get going to your bank. Maybe you enjoy the convenience of banking from home sweet home. Or maybe you like the flexibility of paying your bills, applying for a loan, or talking to your personal banking person from wherever fits your fancy. Then definitely, you should bank at Mountain West Bank. Member FDIC. The easy, convenient, any way you want to bank.
And welcome back, everybody, to a Thursday night Game Streams production of Treasure Valley Game Night, presented by Mountain West Bank right here on IdahoSports.com. Also brought to you in part by your local Toyota dealer, Project Filter, and Valley-wide Cooperative. Also, our local advertisers tonight include our Power Boosters, the College of Western Idaho, Hoffman Auto Body, and Ultimate Heating and Air. And our webcast sponsor is Bob's Bicycles of Boise. And I want to welcome a new sponsor to the family, D.L. Evans Bank. Wayne DeZubak, Adam Bridges with you, 21-0 Meridian at the break. And your thoughts? I mean, Meridian just, really handing it to Capital tonight.
Yeah, just like you were saying earlier with just Capital just sleepwalking through this game kind of, and just already ready at halftime, already ready just to run into the locker room. It just doesn't seem like they're in the right mental mindset to play this game right now.
All right. So Saturday night, I'm sitting there in the Paul J. Schneider press box. I'm sitting right next to Paul J., so I got to be good.
Oh, yeah.
Because he can kick me out at any time because it's his press box, right? Mm-hmm. So anyway, he and I just got through doing a pregame show. We're up there watching. I look down, and there is Adam Bridges sitting on the front row doing his work. What are you doing, man? What are you doing in the press box? You hard at work, or what you got going?
Yeah, I just snuck into the press box. Just kidding.
No, you didn't.
Yeah. I got press pass because I am, as some may know, I'm the sports reporter for the Arbiter, which is the Boise State newspaper. So I was able to get access pass to go in the press box. So what I would normally do is I would just take notes on basically everything that was interesting happening in the game, kind of like scores, anything interesting, especially like setting records and stuff like that, kind of like Steph Cobb's punt in the first quarter. But I'm basically just taking notes, making daily or tweets, just basically giving updates on the game, and just basically just watching the game and hoping not to cheer and hopefully not to get kicked out.
What was the most interesting thing that you came away from that win over UTEP with? Was there any one thing, or was it a couple of things?
Well, I thought it was pretty interesting that Steph Cobbs, had that punt return that was huge. It was, I think, 6th in program history. And then after, just only touching the ball, I think he touched the ball 3 times. And the 2 times that he touched it was the punt, and the second one was I think 50-yard slant for a touchdown. So I felt like offensively they did really well, but they still weren't able to get the run game going.
So I had the opportunity this week, actually yesterday, I'm getting my days mixed up, talked to Dave Hunsaker, who is the voice of the Oklahoma State Cowboys of the Big 12 coming in here. They're pretty excited about coming in here, but the one thing he told me, and I'll clue you in, is that Oklahoma State's got some injury problems, especially on offense. Their defense is pretty good, but offensively, they got a lot of problems, and not unlike Boise State, Oklahoma State's having trouble running the football this year.
Yeah, and especially like we've kind of seen so far with kind of like Meridian, if you don't have a run game, it really hurts you because it just makes you one-dimensional, and seems like the defense can really just spot you out, and just if they're able to stop the passing game, then you're kind of shut down on offense.
Meridian, like I say, came in here 2-1. They could very easily have been 3-0 coming into this ball game, but right now they lead the Foothills Division along with the Rocky Mountain. So we gave you, as we started this program tonight, the SIC 5A standings. It's broken into Foothills and River divisions. Meridian and Rocky Mountain are both 1-0 in Foothills play, 2-1 overall. Skyview hasn't played a Foothills game yet, although they're 3-0. And guess what? They won't tomorrow night. They play Hawaii, who's 0-3 from the River division. So that'll be 4 games Skyview has played without playing a Foothills division game. Boise also, they have not played a division game. They are 1-2. Eagle and Timberline are 0-1 in Foothills play, both 2-1 overall. Over on the Riverside, Capital 2-0 and 3-0. Obviously, Capital in big trouble tonight down here, 21-0. Mountain View and Cuna, both 1-0 in River division play. And so it's going to be interesting to see. Mountain View host Eagle, which is not a division game tomorrow night. And Cuna is also playing tomorrow night. And so I don't believe Cuna's is a division game either. I'm getting my games all mixed up here. But Cuna plays Timberline, so no, that's not a division game either. So Cuna's going to stay 1-0 in division play. Centennial 1-1 in division play, 1-2 overall. And then you've got Bora 0-1 in the division, 0-3 overall. Hawaii 0-3 and 0-3. So they've broken it up in divisions, and nobody's really had an opportunity yet to play a whole lot of division games. Capital's played 2, and they're 2-0.
Well, if you think about it on this game, just to give Capital a little bit of hope, Meridian did end up just falling flat in the second half of their very first game and let Mountain View come back into this game. So maybe, I doubt it, but, for any chance, Capital could come out striking in this, and maybe very well. There's still a ton of time in this game, 2 quarters, where they could just still get into this ball game.
Yeah, I agree. If you recall, that game was 13-0 Meridian at halftime against Mountain View to start the season. Missed extra point was the difference there, a couple of touchdowns. And then Mountain View came back, scored 2 third-quarter touchdowns. They had Dallas Slocum score a touchdown run and Quintez Evans score on a touchdown run to take a 14-13 lead. And then it was basically a scoreless fourth period with that missed field goal, as time ran out. So it was an exciting game in that regard, but you're right. Meridian did let Mountain View back in. But here's the difference. Capital's going to have to come back with a whole different attitude because if body language speaks, to what their attitude is tonight, they're kind of sleepwalking a little bit.
Yeah, and especially with Mountain View, it seems like they've been just in history, they've just been naturally a second half team where they've played their best football in the second half, where it just seems normal for them and doesn't seem out of the blue for them to actually come back and score most of their points in the second half.
Yeah. Let's do this. Let's play a couple commercials. We'll come back here again. 21-0 Meridian at halftime right here on IdahoSports.com. You're listening to 5A SIC football.
Banking. Maybe you enjoy the person-to-person attention you get going to your bank. Maybe you enjoy the convenience of banking from home sweet home. Or maybe you like the flexibility of paying your bills, applying for a loan, or talking to your personal banking person from wherever fits your fancy. Then definitely, you should bank at Mountain West Bank. Member FDIC. The easy, convenient, any way you want to bank.
hit in the morning, another between class, after school, and more before bed. Vaping sucks you in quick. Not to mention all the chemicals and health problems everyone's talking about. That's why thousands of teens are ready to take back their life their own way with My Life, My Quit. When you sign up with us, you'll get a free and simple quit plan that makes it easier to stop vaping. Visit mylifemyquit.com or text Start My Quit to 36072.
At Valleywide Cooperative, we're here when you need us. For 100 years, we have been here to help you with food, fuel, and good old-fashioned advice. And for us, serving is more than a job, it's a way of life, which is why we pour so much into the communities around us. We've employed hundreds of your neighbors. We take pride in that, and in giving back millions in sponsorships, grants, donations, and scholarships. It's our way of saying thanks. We're Valleywide, and yesterday, today, and tomorrow, we're here for you.
Back here at Donald Larson Park, Wayne DeSue back. Adam Bridges with you, getting ready for a third period of action. Capital back out on the field. And Meridian, of course, Meridian all white, blue helmets, blue numerals. Capital all black with kind of gold helmets and goldish numerals there. We've talked about everything. We've talked about the SIC standings. And again, I'll give you the rundown for tomorrow night's games. First of all, Boise at Bora. That's going to be played right here at Donald Larson Park. Timberline plays at Cuna right here on IdahoSports.com. Also on IdahoSports.com. Eagle at Mountain View. Adam and I will make the trip over there. Eagle 2-1, Mountain View 3-0. Centennial is at Rocky Mountain and Owyhee at Skyview. 4A play tomorrow. Napa at Bishop Kelly. Bishop Kelly surprised last week by Emmett, 21-0. Emmett won that game. I was shocked at that. Caldwell is at Columbia. Both teams 0-3, so somebody's going to get a win on the year. Valley View at Middleton. That game, we'll have video of it as well. It'll be right here on IdahoSports.com. I think Logan Green is on the call for that one. I hope, anyway. And then Emmett is at Ridgeview. Emmett 2-1, Ridgeview 0-2. So those are the games coming up tomorrow. And to tell you what, if you want to know anything about football, I'll tell you, our guy that kind of handles our webcast, I don't want him to get too big of a head, but Brandon Bainey does a really, really good job. Mm-hmm. And he also co-hosts with me on my podcast that I do. We record it every Tuesday afternoon, and then we pop it up there for all the World Wide Web to watch. And we talk about 5A, 4A in the SIC, because what we've done this year on IdahoSports.com, folks, is we've regionalized our podcast. So you can go watch, if you're interested in Eastern Idaho, you can go watch that. If you care about Northern Idaho, Coeur d'Alene, Lewiston, all those teams, you can watch there. Mm-hmm. We also, here in the Southwest, there's so many teams. For instance, I do 5A and 4A. Logan Green does 3A, 2A, and 1A. And then we got an 8-man podcast that Paul Kingsbury does. And Brandon Bainey hosts with all of us. He is so anxious to be on podcasts that he gets on all of them.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, what do you do?
Devoted.
He's totally devoted.
Yep.
He's amazing.
You know, we've had a pretty good game so far, you know, with 3 scores. I don't know if you'd want to run down from what's happened in this game so far.
Do I want to run him down?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, if I can find him. All right, first of all, in the first period, we had a 15-yard pass from Martinez to Thacker. 7-0 Meridian. Davis Thacker caught that. Which Martinez was that? That was Zeke, right?
Yeah.
I just put down Martinez, and that was my bad.
Well, he didn't know that he was going to play.
I didn't know that. Exactly. I didn't know that Malachi was going to come back in. And then a big 75-yard TD to Quentin Riley from, again, one of the Martinez's. I think that
one was Zeke as well.
That was Zeke as well. So Zeke's got the big play. And then Nathan Reynolds with a block punt, scooped it up, took it in 40 yards to make it 21-0. So, you know, when you think about it for a second, it's just two big scores and then that big block punt. But special teams can make such a difference in any kind of a game.
Yeah, and even on the very first drive, Meridian had a really great return to get it to the 30-yard line. So they only started their drive on the first drive on like the 30.
It was actually the 28 is what they had.
Well, yeah.
So they had a 28-yard drive for a touchdown. Whoopie-doo.
It wasn't like they really had to open up their playbook on that drive.
Yeah. All right, and Capital is going to get the football. And that penalty, whatever happened at the beginning of or at the end of the second period, was against Capital. So obviously,
It looks like just a pooch kick here.
yeah, it is at the 45-yard line of Capital. So we'll see whether Cademan Rennie decides to just kick it the heck all the way over to, the Chevron station across the street, or if he just kind of pooches it. We'll see what he decides to do. This may not be catchable. And Rennie, he's going to pooch it. It's taken at the 10-yard line by an up man at the 15, the 20, and outside, and that's Cody Walk. That's the big tight end, and walks all the way out to the 40-yard line. Big mistake right there. They kicked it at the 45. He returns it to the 40. They could have kicked it through the end zone and had it taken at the 20. They basically gave up 20 yards.
Yeah, and it's especially nice for Walker to get some yards on that play to kind of build his confidence a little bit after having quite the few drops already.
Yeah, Cody Walker, their big tight end, had a couple of drops in this game, and I know he wants to play better this second half. And so we'll see what happens. Max Clark, really, he's been on fire all year, but not tonight.
Yeah, it seems like this Meridian offense and Meridian line, which is really huge, has been minimalizing the damage on Capital.
You're right. Hand it off to Olsen. Olsen trying to bounce it outside. Finds a little crease across the 45 to the 47-yard line. He's got 7 yards. It'll be second down and 3.
It was a great job by Ashton Gardner, and it's really nice to see the DBs and corners really stepping up in this run game because, normally the DBs are kind of afraid to stop the runs, but not in that play.
Here comes Clark again. Play action fake, rolling to his left, being chased, throws over the middle, caught, first down. Out at the 49-yard line, and that's Walk again. That time Walk went down for it and cradled it and caught it, first down, and they moved the ball just like that into Meridian territory at the 48-yard line. Max Clark again. Hands it off to Olsen. Bounces it down the sideline. He's down to the 35-yard line. That's a pickup of 13 yards. First down for Capital, and they have come out of the locker room, Adam, with a little bit of bounce in their step.
Yeah, this is exactly what they needed as well.
Clark, they picked up the pace too. Olsen up the middle. Down to the 22. That's a pickup of 13 again. Consecutive gains of 13 yards. First and 10 for Capital. Wow.
Yeah, stop by Bryce Campbell on that play just to kind of minimize the damage on that play. Again,
Olsen bounces it outside. And Olsen's going to be stopped short at about the 18-yard line, but still gets, let's make it 4 yards. A good solid 4, almost 5.
I'm seeing some parallels with this Mountain View game as Mountain View came out at halftime at that game running the ball and just running it down this Meridian's throats, and that's what Capital's doing right now.
All right, here we go. Clark rolling to his right, looking in the end zone, throws underneath the coverage. It's caught by Cody Walk at the 10, pushed out of bounds. They had Cody Walk and Nate Cherry. So I don't know if that was a mistake. They were both right next to each other, and Cody Walk actually stepped in front of Cherry and made the catch.
Yeah. Well, it's also kind of weird because number 27 on Meridian, Ethan Beard, just looked like if he would have turned around, he could have had the ball. Could have had a chance to get it.
All right, first and goal to go. Olsen up the middle, down to the 1. Second and goal from the 1-yard line. What a different Capital team coming out here in the third period. I got a feeling that somebody got a talking to. Olsen again. Fumble! Oh. And Meridian has it. Oh, my goodness. The big defensive hit in the backfield on Olsen. We got a Capital player down on the hit. Is that Olsen? He was the running back. And Meridian comes up with the fumble recovery. And they're going to have it out at about the 7 or 8 yard line. They haven't placed it yet. Just outside the 5. And let's see who the player is that's down. It's a Capital player. Oh, I tell you what, that's kind of sad.
Yeah. And who else but to recover that fumble than Nathan Reynolds, already making an impact everywhere on the field.
And it is Olsen. That's what I thought. I wanted to make sure. So they hit him hard. They saw him coming. Jacob Olsen, the senior running back, are working on him inside the 5-yard line. But, boy, I tell you, Meridian just came out of there. Boom. Hit it hard.
Yeah, it looked like he just hit him right in the gut right there where he had the ball, and it just popped out just as soon as he just was able to hand it off.
You know, Bob's, yeah, no problem. Bob's Bicycles on Fairview and Boise is family-owned, and they have been since 1979. Their selection of mountain bikes, road bikes, BMX, cruisers, and comfort bikes is second to none. Whether online at bobs-bicycles.com or on the showroom floor, Bob's Bicycles will have the bike, accessories, and clothing to fit your needs. And they have in-store financing, 6 months, no interest. Stop in and say hi to Vern. Bob's Bicycles, they've been serving Idaho now for more than 40 years, and they are proud to support Idaho student athletes. And so Jacob Olson is up and just got the wind knocked out of him because he's walking okay. I mean, he has help walking, but that's just because he had the wind knocked out of him. When I say he's walking okay, that means the knees are okay, the ankles are okay, everything's okay. He just has to realize where he's at. The handoff to Antonacci up the middle, out to about the 9-yard line, pick up a 4.
You know, Capital still has hope here, as, you know, Meridian has had some snapping issues earlier in this game, so you never know what could happen, especially with this close a field.
They're going to put it at the 9-yard line, so a gain of 3. It'll be 2nd down and 7. Boy, I tell you what, Capital brought that ball down the field, looked so good.
But Meridian just said, nope, We're not letting you come back into this game.
Zeke Martinez is your quarterback. Throws it out on the right-hand side. It's complete. That's going to be good for a first down out to about the 20-yard line. And that's number 82 coming up with the catch that time. That's Ethan Pierce.
You know, we were kind of joking about Malachi Martinez coming back and not having a job, but honestly, it kind of seems more and more realistic every single time Zeke plays.
He is so good. I mean, can you imagine? You got Malachi, the senior. You know, this will be his final year, and then you got Zeke. You know, you got him for 3 more years. Wow. Antonacci, nope, play-action fake. They throw it out to the outside, complete down the sidelines, and out across the 40-yard line, and another big play. And that was number 10, and once again, what a great night he is having, Quentin Riley.
Yeah, you know, it just seems like everything's going this way for Meridian, you know, and just seems like they've really had the momentum in their favor and just have continued to build off that momentum.
Raiders moving the football. They get the fumble recovery at about the 5-yard line. Here they are, already at the 32. This is Antonacci trying to get around the outside. He's brought down. We got a flag as well. Nate Cherry made the stop. Antonacci got back up. He didn't think his knee touched and he was going to run, but there's also a flag down, and I'm thinking holding against Meridian. So that'll back the Warriors up. They'll mark it right at the 20-yard line. So now you're talking first down and about 20. 22, actually. They got to go to the 42-yard line. That's pretty easy math right there. It's at the 20. They got to go to the 42. 22. Even I can do that math. That's not modern math. That is old math, old style. I like that.
Oh, yeah.
No algebra involved here, buddy. All right. Handoff to Antonacci, right side. He's across the 30 to the 35-yard line. And Antonacci picks up a whole bunch of yards and makes it look pretty easy doing so.
Well, that was kind of funny because the defensive player, number 10, which was Nate Cherry, it kind of looked just like a shove. It wasn't really a tackle. It was just kind of a shove into the ground.
So he picks up a whole bunch, and now it's 2nd down and 7. That's where the math gets tougher.
Yeah.
He only has 7 to go. He had 22 to go before, so he gained how many? 15?
Maybe. I wasn't.
Maybe.
I stopped math a while ago. I don't.
It was 15 yards.
I'm not a math major.
Hand off to Antonacci. And Antonacci again right up the middle, but it's going to bring up 3rd down and about 4.
Apparently the flag got stuck in one of the Capital players' shoes. And I was like, wait a minute, did they get a...
Remember I told you? Yeah.
It literally got stuck in his shoe, and he's just walking around with the flag in his shoe.
And I will check the flag because there was one down. Yeah, he's running away with the flag.
He's like, this is my flag now.
Flag that flag. We got to get it back.
It's like, oh, dang, now my flag still smells like stinky clean.
Oh, stop it. Let's see what it is. Okay, illegal block. And it's against,
It's against Capital. Maybe they had some use in trying to hide it.
Not sure what it was. Usually I thought it was a...
Well, kind of weird. It looked like he did something that I wasn't really familiar with.
Yeah, me neither. That
like
call was completely different. I think it was in Egyptian.
Yeah, it looked like he was just kind of like squatting down a little bit. It didn't really look like a...
Whatever it is, it's against Capital, moves it all the way out to the 46-yard line.
Maybe encroachment?
What's that?
Might have been encroachment.
Well, that's a big penalty for encroachment.
Yeah. Well, yeah, it was 10 yards. Not really sure.
Well, we'll just move right along because you're right. That was a signal I had not seen before. That's Antonacci. Antonacci rolling for 9 yards across midfield down to the 46 of Capital. It'll be second down and about 2, so they're going to give him 8. That clock running, 6:06 to go here in the third period. 21-0. Boy, Capital came out in the third period, got it all the way down. They had second and goal to go from the 1 yard line. It looked, for all intents and purposes, they were going to score, and they fumbled it. And now Meridian has taken it right down the field. Antonacci, first down to the 42-yard line.
Well, that's what makes Antonacci such a great back. On that play, the running back hole was just very small, and he was just able to squeeze right through and just get quite a few yards and was able to get the first down.
Right at the Capital 42-yard line, and now you can just see again the body language, the Capital defense just kind of hanging out, kind of almost waiting for something to happen rather than trying to make something happen. Zeke Martinez, the freshman quarterback, hands it off to Antonacci. He stood up right at the line of scrimmage, still falls forward for about 2 at the 40.
Yeah, it seems like Capital's defense didn't get the memo that the only way they're getting off the field is either they do something or Meridian's offense scores. So,
yeah, they got to make something happen here. I mean, just like Meridian's defense has, they've recovered 2 fumbles tonight, blocked a punt. And now we got a whistle, and we got a timeout, Meridian. So Meridian calls their first timeout of the second half with 4:51 to go here in the third period of play. Let's take a break, and we'll come back right after this.
This has been a presentation of IdahoSports.com game streams. This broadcast is copyrighted to IdahoSports.com.
At D.L. Evans Bank, we haven't invested in a deep line of digital banking services to help infuse more banking into your life. Just more living. D.L. Evans Bank. This is community banking.
Down at Larson Park, great night for a football game. I'm going to go ahead, and I always like to do this. I always like to check. 59 degrees right now. Well, no. That was Eagle. I'm going to Boise at 63. It's always a little cooler in Eagle.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So 63 degrees, but still, that's kind of cool right there.
Yeah.
What a great night for a football game.
Well, it kind of seems like this.
Did you see, speaking of weather, wait a minute. Sunday's supposed to be 63 for a high. 63 for a high.
Seriously?
Yeah, seriously.
Wow.
With 60% chance of precipitation.
Well, I think 80 was the high yesterday, and it seemed very hot.
Yeah, it does seem hot anymore. Martinez back to pass, rolls underneath the coverage. Nathan Reynolds has it down the sidelines. Inside the 25, down to about the 22-yard line. First down for Nathan Reynolds on the catch. Just pitch and catch right now for Meridian, that's for sure.
You know, I wonder if his nickname or Nathan Reynolds' nickname is multi-tool, because it seems like he's just being used for every single position and just been successful at everything on this field.
Yeah, he has been all over the field tonight, doing everything.
It kind of seems like this third quarter's kind of just gone by very quickly. It's already only 4 minutes left.
First down, Antonacci trying to move the pile. Doesn't get very far. Gets really to the 20-yard line, maybe a pickup of 1.5 yards. You know, what's really funny is that the quarterback, Zeke Martinez, he runs over to the sidelines. Before the play's even over, he's over there getting the signals, and then he's back in. I mean, the tackle's still being made, and Zeke's over there talking to John Zamberlin and company. Back to pass, lets it fly underneath the coverage. It's caught, complete, down inside the 10 to about the 15-yard line. Caught there by Brock Vogel. Nate, see.
Well, even Brock Vogel was a previous quarterback, but, you know, after Malachi Martinez got the starting quarterback job, there's multiple quarterbacks just like Carson Pinkerman and Brock that just had to go to other positions.
Yeah, and Brock did a great job. He didn't play much tonight. We haven't called his name that much. In fact, I had to double check to make sure I had it right. Inside the 10, first and goal to go, but it was Brock Vogel who caught it. Antonacci going the right side, down to the 1-yard line, and
flag.
There's a flag down, so I didn't see a signal from the far side. I don't know if he was in or not.
Yeah, maybe they're just waiting for the flag to call something. But
well, I never saw a call. There's a flag. Here's the illegal participation by Meridian. Maybe they had 12 men on the field.
Maybe someone stepped on after the just getting a little too excited after the play.
Well, I guess they did call it a touchdown. So a 9-yard touchdown. Boy, the signals are not there tonight, I'll guarantee you. And then there was a problem on sportsmanlike conduct after the play. So Rennie going to kick it up, and it is good. So Antonacci takes it in from 10 yards out here in the third period.
You know, definitely not what Capital wanted. You know, they really had a great drive going. Ended up bringing it to, about their 5-yard line just to...
Well, they had first and goal to go from the 1.
Oh, 1, yeah.
Yeah, or second and goal to go from the 1.
Second and goal to the 1. And just to get it all crushed by a huge Meridian stop and just huge Meridian hit. That was
absolutely. I mean, they got the fumble, so there you have it. You drive it right down the field. You got second and goal from the 1-yard line. You fumble, and then Meridian recovers it at the 5, and they drive 95 yards with Antonacci taking it the final 9 yards for the touchdown.
Yeah, well, and I'm a statistics man, and it just, I think if I remember correctly, it was a 0.5% chance that a team scores within their own 5-yard line, and it's just very incredible when a team is able to do that.
I'll tell you what, this if a couple of things in the first half didn't really take the heart out of Capital, that drive right there may have been a game killer.
Yeah, you know, especially making a 4-score game and just making it really harder on Capital to really try to come back in this game.
So the unsportsmanlike conduct penalty was against Meridian afterwards. Probably a little bit too much celebration. And so that means they're going to kick off from the 25-yard line. So Cadman Rennie will kick it off from the 25. Another D.L. Evans Bank kickoff right here on IdahoSports.com. A little low squibber coming up, taking it at the 25-yard line. And that's about all the further that Victor Bayandambi is going to get. So Victor Bayandambi gets it out close to the 25. Let's see where they mark his forward progress.
No matter where they mark him, that was a really great stop by Meridian's Ryan Corder on that play. Just been able to get a solid wrap on the Capital player and just able to bring him down to minimize the gain.
So here we go, first down and 10 for Capital. We'll see what the offense can do. They moved the ball at will last time, but then boom, fumble. inside on a 2nd down and goal from the 1. Olsen, who got shook up there.
Whoa.
Still bouncing around. Nope, that's a new guy in there. Number 26 is Josh Garcia. So Olsen not playing right now. I thought that might have been him back in there, and I was just going to say, boy, he bounced back pretty quick from that hard hit on the goal line, but it is Garcia in there. So I'm assuming Olsen is basically being watched.
Yeah.
Back to pass. Max Clark being pressured, trying to get to the outside. Tucks it, runs down the sidelines. Near midfield. That's close to a first down. And another flag is down. Boy, we've had a ton of laundry tonight.
Yeah, and it looked like a great hit by Mason Mayer, but it kind of seems like they might be calling that hit because it seemed like he was out of bounds before he hit him.
Wow.
Or after.
I feel like I just got home from vacation. All the laundry out there. You know? You'll see the officials are all talking about it at midfield, so we'll see what this is all about. Personal foul against Meridian.
Yep.
So that's a break for Capital. That'll move the football.
Yep.
Automatic first down. They had one anyway, but automatic first down now. Move it well into Meridian territory.
Yeah, I think it was on that hit from 17, just hitting him after the quarterback just went out of bounds.
Well, it's going to bring it all the way down to the 37-yard line of Meridian. That's where the Eagles will have the football. 3:07 to go here in the third period. 28-0. In favor of Meridian. Pass incomplete. Just a little swing pass out there to Josh Garcia, and Garcia, it was led just a little bit too much. And, of course, he doesn't play a whole lot. Actually, that was Diego Soriano who was out there. Now Garcia comes in. He was on the bench, so I don't want to blame him. It wasn't him. Soriano didn't get that. They pitch it out this time. Not a whole lot of running room there for Josh Garcia. He is stopped shy of the 35-yard line, so it's going to be 3rd down and 9.
And stopped by you-know-who, number 7, Nathan Reynolds, just absolutely just been all over the field today.
He's having a game, isn't he?
Yeah.
I'm thinking, if everything goes the way it's going, that he may make a run for our player
Whoa, don't
of the
spoil
game.
it. Don't spoil it. Yeah,
No,
it's in the third quarter.
I'm not. They know, people listening know that Mr. Reynolds has had a good time. I mean, Mr. Reynolds may wrap this thing up early. Reynolds wrap, get that?
Oh, yeah.
Anyway, back to back. Here's a flag.
Oh, goodness.
And it stops everything. Okay, hold on. There's a flag. Max Clark stopped playing. The pass is intercepted, but I got to see if this is going to hold.
Landon Eason with the interception just playing around there.
Yeah, Landon Eason has it, but there was a flag that flew. A lot of things happened. Whistles are blowing, and everybody was kind of stopping play.
Yeah.
It was like really Keystone Cops out there.
He's like, you know what? I'm just having my moment. I'm just, having fun out there.
Let's see. The officials are chatting again. Let's see if the interception holds or if it was something else. It was illegal procedure. So, see, that's what I'm talking about. Play should have been blown dead. The officials let the play go on forever. They had an interception. Everybody had to tackle the guy that was intercepted the ball, but the play was dead. It should have been blown dead. Those whistles should have been going crazy so nobody gets hurt out there on a play that had been blown dead.
But it does look like that Meridian is on offense right now.
So they went for it on 4th down.
Oh, is that why?
Now, I'm not sure. Why would it be illegal procedure?
I have no clue.
I don't understand. It was illegal procedure. That should blow the play dead, but they're letting the interception hold?
Kind of interesting.
I'm confused.
Yeah.
And I admit that I'm confused. Little pass there by Martinez out to the right. Quentin Riley caught it again. So maybe the interception did, but then they said illegal procedure.
Yeah.
I'm totally confused. So it is Meridian's ball at their own 43-yard line. It was a turnover. It was an interception. A great interception by Landon Eason. Handoff. Antonacci falls forward for a first down. Across the 45 to the 48-yard line. So they'll move the chains one more time. It's been all Meridian. I did not see this coming. I knew Meridian. Matter of fact, my favorite in this game was Meridian. Mm-hmm. But I did not see this coming.
You know, I kind of had a feeling that it might have gone a little bit of a blowout-esque kind of feel to it, but not really. Didn't really think that was a viable option.
Del Rio, the running back now. He's going to get about 6 yards. Marco Del Rio, 5'9 sophomore, 175-pounder. Gets it inside Capital territory at the 47-yard line. So 6-yard gain will be second down and 4. Clock down to 60 seconds to go here in the third period. All Meridian 28-0. Martinez, as in Zeke, back to pass. Lets it fly. It's up for grabs. And it's caught. Just a good job by the receiver coming back for the ball. And that was Freeze. And we got another, what do we got? Another flag?
Yeah, it looked like it was on Capital, though.
Roughing the passer, okay. So Freeze with the big catch. They're going to not take that penalty because they've got the ball all the way down inside the 15.
You know, it's kind of interesting because it seems like every time Zeke Martinez throws it deep, it just always goes his way. It doesn't seem like it ever falls flat or falls short.
And they're going to tack on the penalty half the distance to the goal line. They'll take it down to the 6-yard line. You're right, because that was a 50-50 ball.
Yeah.
And Freeze just came back and got it.
It seemed like also the DB just kind of gave up, and it feels like this whole defense, it's sad to say, but it just seems like they kind of gave up.
First and goal. And a little run there that time by Marco Del Rio. Not much there. Made a gain of about a couple of yards.
See if they call a play or just let the clock run out into the fourth quarter.
Well, 25 seconds. They probably can get one done. It's actually back at the 7-yard line, so Del Rio lost a yard that time. Good defense. But now you're down to 15. And they may just to make this game a little shorter. Now they're coming up to the line of scrimmage. 7 seconds. We'll keep an eye on it. 4 seconds. Let's see if they get this play up. They do not. They ran it right down to 0. They snapped it, so we're going to start the fourth period with a 2nd and goal from the 7-yard line. So after 3 as we head to the fourth period, it's all Meridian here at Donald Larson Park. 28-0 Warriors over the Eagles. We'll be right back.
At Toyota's National Sales Event, we don't just help you get the perfect vehicle. We're here to open new doors that lead to your road to greatness. Your journey starts at Toyota's National Sales Event.
Toyota, let's go places.
So we begin the fourth quarter here at Donald Larson Park. Wayne DeZubak, Adam Bridges with you on a beautiful Thursday night. Don't forget, tomorrow night we're going to take this show over to Mountain View. It'll be Eagle against Mountain View, 7 o'clock kickoff. We'll have it right here on IdahoSports.com. Timberline taking on Cuna. That'll be on IdahoSports.com as well. Big game in 4A. Valley View taking on Middleton. We'll have that with video on IdahoSports.com. So big night. And if you want to check all the games that are on IdahoSports.com, just go to, obviously, IdahoSports.com. Check on the left side. You'll see it all there. And you'll figure out what we're doing. But again, a little bit surprised here. Martinez hands it off. Marco Del Rio down to the 5. stop right there. It'll be 3rd down and goal from the 5. Gain of 2.
You know, it looked like Del Rio kind of just got stonewalled by Will Kovac on that play. He thought he had momentum just running that ball and just automatically just.
And herein lies right now the big thing. If Meridian is the score and they go up 35-0, it becomes a running clock in the 4th period.
Isn't it 40?
I think
points?
It's 35.
Oh, okay.
I think it's 35. We'll find out for sure if that happens. But if it is, and of course that's going to hurt their chances of coming back in this thing. Up the middle, Zeke Martinez, stop. Quarterback keeper. I don't know if that was a planned play, but they didn't make it. He lost a couple of yards back to the 8-yard line. Now late flag flies. So obviously there's some trash talking. There's a lot of nastiness going on right now, a lot of frustration.
Yeah, you know, especially with this being a high-stakes game and just a high rivalry game, you know, it's bound to happen, you know. Despite what the refs try to do or what the coaches try to do, there's always going to be some chattering on the field.
Personal foul against Capital.
Especially with emotions high, with just being blown out, because no one wants to be blown out or just have a big donut on the scoreboard. So it's just kind of, you know, sometimes something just lets out.
Well, here's what a decision-making process is now. It would have been 4th and goal from the 7, but it's going to be half the distance to the goal line. So that's going to move it down to about the 3.5-yard line. So if you're Meridian now, I think they were kind of thinking about bringing out a field goal team. Now you're down at the 3.5-yard line. Now you just kind of go for it, I think.
Well, shouldn't personal fouls result in first downs automatic too?
Doesn't look like it. It looked like it'd be 4th down. It was a dead ball foul.
Oh, okay.
So it was after the play was whistled. So it was a dead ball foul, and it just moved it down to the 3.5-yard line. 11:04 to go in this ball game. And
I mean, why not go for it if you're Meridian right here? What do you?
I mean, I think they would have tried the field goal had it been 4th and goal from the 8, but instead they're inside the 3, or they're at the 3.5. So let's see what they do here.
Well, it's kind of interesting that we've seen Zeke for most of this game. We've only seen 2, I think 1.25 drives from Malachi from this game so far.
I was told, though, that he may not be ready until next week, but I think they wanted to get him a little bit of game action. So Zeke Martinez in the shotgun. Marco Del Rio next to him. He throws into the end zone. Touchdown. How about that? And that's Quentin Riley. A 3-yard touchdown strike to Quentin Riley. $34-0. And the extra point attempt coming up. Cademan Rennie scoots it over the crossbar, and it's 35-0. $10:47 to go in this ball game, and we will see if it's a running clock from this point on at 35 points.
Oh, no.
That was my information last week when I had one of those games on Saturday, that 35-point difference.
Okay.
But the game I had was 58-7. So it was a 51-point margin. So it was pretty basic that it was going to be a running clock. So we'll find out here.
Well, especially in the 4th, where it's just like you kind of have, you have to get 5 scores within only 10 minutes.
So the problem is, though, if you're, if it's not a running clock, you have a better chance of getting back in this thing, but we'll see. So here we go, kickoff again. It's Brody Call and Victor Bayandiambi.
I saw
getting deep.
Sorry.
No.
I ended up seeing a moth fly very close to the window, and I had PTSD there from last week.
Are you getting attacked by an animal again?
Yeah.
A bee last week. Now it's a great.
This
is a moth.
Yeah, it was just a moth, and it was a huge one. It was like the size of a.
Oh my gosh.
A quarter. It was just coming at me.
Moths are harmless.
I know, but it's still, PTSD,
Here we go. Another D.L. Evans Bank kickoff. Here we go. Little pooch kick. And going to be fumbled and out of bounds. And that'll just be a muff out of bounds. So trying to come up and take it on the run was Victor Biambi. And he just kind of couldn't get it. So that's a muff. So it'll be brought out to the 20-yard line is where they'll have the football.
Or the 6, I think.
Oh, they're going to put it on in a 6?
7? 6, 7?
Oh,
7.
they're going to do that. I thought, well, that's right. It went out of bounds. So the fact that he did touch it didn't go through the end zone. So you're right. So by him touching it and then it going out of bounds at the 7, that's where they'll have it.
Yeah, it looks like it's right in between the 6 and the 7-yard line.
All right, here we go. So Capitol's got the football deep in their own territory at their own 7-yard line. Hand it off up the middle. You know, not a whole lot there, but good to see that Jacob Olson's back in the ball game. Jacob Olson takes it out to about the 15-yard line. Pickup of 8. It'll be 2nd down and 2. $35-0 here in the 4th. All Meridian has been all night long. Clark underneath the coverage. That'll be a good first down. And another flag is thrown. So we've got yet another flag all night long. The flags have really kind of, ruined the pace of this game. Nate Cherry, by the way, was on the reception.
Man, I'm starting to wish that we had a flag counter on this game. Probably up in the 20s, you think.
Well, they're stopping the clock, so they're not doing a running clock with a 35-point margin. So I was told last week at 35 points, but
I think it's always
it
normally
may be
been
40. Yeah, maybe 40.
I mean, it made sense. It made logical sense that it would be at least a little bit. 35 seems logical in the 4th quarter.
Yeah.
But
and it's going to be against Capital. It's going to move them back to the 10-yard line. And they're going to lose all that 8-yard gain that they had with Olson and then some, and then a big first down on the play to Nate Cherry. It's 2nd down and 7 back at the 10-yard line. So they got to get out to the 17. Olson up the middle, and he is met there by a couple of white jerseys. Nothing doing. No gain. It'll be 3rd down and 7. So Eagle and Mountain View tomorrow night. Any thoughts on that game, big guy?
Oh, yeah. I'm very excited because it's going to be the first time I get to commentate for Eagle after, graduating from them last week.
That's right. You're a former Eagle, huh?
Yeah.
Mustang. You're a former Mustang.
Former Mustang, yeah. And having some of my friends on the team from last year, just being able to, already familiar with the roster and stuff like that.
Max Clark going to run it. He couldn't find anybody, and Clark doing a good job of scrambling out to the 25-yard line. He's got a first down. He picks up about 15, 16 yards. Max Clark, biggest run of the game for him. All the way out to the 36. Or 26, rather. I'm sorry. So 1st down and 10 for Capital. Clark looks to his right, throws it to Nate Cherry. He's got it at the 30, falls forward to the 32-yard line. That's about a 5-yard, maybe a 6-yard pickup, 6 yards, 2nd down and 4.
And also talking about the Eagle Mountain View game, it's a very high-stakes game for Eagle because if they're able to win, that kind of cancels out their loss to Rocky and kind of gives them a tie with Mountain View, Rocky, and Eagle.
Yeah, it's a big game. Nice run by Olson. Olson making a couple of people miss. He's at the 40, at the 45, nears midfield. And he's got a pickup of about 13, 14 yards. And, boy, it's good to see him. He's the guy that got hit at the goal. Oh, that's 26. I want to give him credit. That's Josh Garcia. Nice run by Josh Garcia. Yeah, they're moving him and Olson in there. And Garcia was the one that made that big run all the way out to midfield. So good job by him. Play action fake out to Cherry in the flat. Cherry spins at the 45, and he's brought down right there. Pick up a 4 to be 2nd down and 6. So good to see Olson back in there. After getting that big hit, he's playing hard. He's coming out there. But it's also, an opportunity for Josh Garcia to get in here. Boy, he's looked pretty good.
Yeah, and it's very unfortunate that the drive ended that way for him. But it kind of seemed like he was getting a little bit tired because he was getting used a ton on that drive, and it was working.
It really could have changed the whole game. I really feel if they came out and scored that.
Well, at that point, it was 21-0.
Right, it would have made it 21-7. Could have been a hold, pass incomplete. It'll be third down. But it would have, I mean, they had second and goal from the 1. And for all intents and purposes, it looked like they're going to make it 21-7, and we got us kind of a ball game. But, boy, I tell you what, that hit, that fumble recovery by Meridian, it changed the whole game right there. Not that the game was really in doubt. Meridian had control of it.
But that just solidified it.
Yeah, absolutely. It absolutely made it. And now we got a flag. Another flag that I did not see, and guess who it's against? Capital. All night long.
Goodness.
I would like to see the official penalty yardage against Capital tonight. It's got to be substantial.
Oof. Yeah, it just seems like every single play is just resulting in either a loss of yards or a penalty.
So it's all the way back to the 37-yard line, which makes it a second down and 23. They've got to go all the way to the 40 of Meridian for a first down. Clark, the handoff. Up the middle, not a whole lot there. Maybe a yard. Lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage. And I got to wait and see if that's Olsen. And the runner is down again. I couldn't tell if that was Garcia or Olsen.
I can't really tell because
he was wrapped up so
players,
quickly. He had nothing but Meridian players around him when he got the ball. The players are right there with him.
Yeah, and that's kind of covering him up a bit.
So timeout on the field as they attend to the injured Capital player.
You know, you were talking about this earlier with Malachi Martinez going in when he might have been not 100% ready, and that might be the same thing with Olsen where he just went in when he wasn't 100% ready and just might have gotten hurt even worse, which is very unfortunate.
Well, I tell you what, Meridian's really bringing the helmets. I guarantee you that.
Yeah.
We'll see if it is. Yep, I think it is Olsen, number 23. Big tough night it is. So Jacob Olsen, he's sitting up now, which is good news. I'm going to try to get him to stand up, but I think he's probably played his last down here tonight.
Yep.
Good job. Jacob Olsen, good to see him up and walking under his own power, a senior running back, linebacker, kind of holding onto his back. And so I'm sure he's done for the night.
Seems like his back plate didn't really do that much good for him.
Now, I'm sure he got a helmet in the back, and I tell you what, you get that right on the spine right there, and that's going to leave a mark. Third down and long, third down and 23. The ball is at the 37-yard line of Capital. They got to go all the way to the Meridian 40 for a first down with 7 minutes to go here in this football game. All Meridian, 35-0. They led it 21-0 at halftime. Little pass out there is complete. Nice catch by Castillo, and Castillo picks up some nice yardage, but he had 23 to gain, and now he's got fourth down and about 12. So not a bad 11-yard gain, but when you needed 23, you still got some real estate to take care of here. It looks like Capital is going to go for it. I mean, what do they have to lose? No, they're not. They're not going to go for it. They're going to bring in Jason Berg, who's going to try to kick it away. And remember, he had one block, return for a touchdown, and then he had another one where he fumbled the snap, then somehow picked it up and somehow got it off.
That was pretty crazy.
But
credits to him.
Yeah. He's had some fun experiences out there tonight. It's been an adventure for him.
Yep.
High snap over his head, a third adventure. And he's going to pick it up, going to run with it. He's going to try to kick it. Nope, he's just going to run with it. He's going to be tackled. Fumbles the football and recovered by Meridian. He fumbled the football, picked up by Jake Walker, who couldn't return it. Jake was near the sideline. Had Jake had about 3 more yards, he probably could have stopped in time to run it in for a touchdown. But instead, he just walked out of bounds with it.
It kind of seemed like he was like, "Are you kidding me?" He was like, another special teams play. It just kind of seemed he was just shocked about it.
Yeah, so you poor Jason Bird.
Yeah.
You know. And by the way, that was Jacob Hartsoe who recovered it.
Well, if you think about it, it doesn't even say their sizes, but he's significantly smaller than these Meridian players that are going after him. So,
Well, the poor punter was under fire tonight, that's for sure. And the handoff, kind of new players in there now.
Lindley.
Yeah, Lindley's in there. He's the guy that started the game we did a couple of weeks ago when they played Centennial. And he actually had Meridian up 7-0 in that ball game. And then he came out for Zeke Martinez. And we were shocked to see the freshman in. That was the first time the freshman had done that. And so I thought now Lindley's kind of third team.
Well, he didn't play bad by any means.
No,
so he's
not at all.
fit 5. He didn't play bad by any means. It's just kind of like they just kind of, I guess, put Zeke in, and he played really great.
Riley Byington is the running back. Byington inside the 20, down to the 19. Clock is running as Meridian now just running this game out. That'll bring up 3rd down and 5. And Meridian taking their time. Yeah, Lindley over there talking to head coach Zamberlin.
Yeah, it seems like they always take their time with every play. Just
They are now, especially.
Yeah.
They're running the whole shot clock down, if you will.
Quarterback went from a jog to a walk.
Yep, Lindley, play action fake, but he was a run all the way. He kept it, gets it down to the 15-yard line. That's going to be a 1st down. So Lindley that time, it was just a designed quarterback keeper. And are they going to put him short? It looks like it's a 1st down from here. Again, I guess it's an optical illusion, dude, because it looks like it's a 1st down. That ball looks like it's right there, but it's 4th and inches.
Yeah, I think the yard to gain is at the 15. I think it's just
but
right
look at the stick. The stick is right just shy of the 15.
I don't know.
The stick shy of the 15, so is the ball. It's right there.
Yeah, oh my goodness.
4th down. Yeah, it's weird. And Lindley's going to throw it and completes it at the 10-yard line. So on 4th and inches, he chucks it out there to Freeze, and Corbin Freeze makes the catch at the 10-yard line. And they're going to mark him down at the 9, so technically we got a 1st and goal to go for Meridian.
And for some reason, the clock is not running, and he was... Oh, there it is now.
Yeah. So with 3 minutes, 25 seconds and counting to go here in this ball game, Lindley makes the long, because they're on the far hash mark, all the way about as far as you can be from the sideline. So he's doing like 40-yard sprints to get back to the huddle every time. That'll get you in shape, buddy.
Yeah, got to keep your quarterbacks conditioned.
Yep, it'll either kill you or get you in shape. Byington, the running back. Lindley gets it out on the flat. And this is Freeze, and Freeze is down to about the 2. Thought he was going to get in, but he couldn't quite make it.
Yeah, it was just a really great stop by Caden Maestretti.
Yeah. Maestretti?
Yeah.
I'll believe you.
Yeah, it just really made him. He thought he was going to get in, but then he's just like, nope, I'm not going to let you.
It's at the 2-yard line. 2nd and goal to go from the 2. Here comes Lindley, just checking in the huddle now. He called the play and went.
every other word, he's just.
Whew, that's a long thing. Handoff up the middle to Byington. Byington hit right at the 2, and he'll not get in. So Capital not giving up with 2:08 to go.
And now just 2 minutes left in this game. Looks like they're about to end the game with a shutout.
I tell you, they're pitching that shutout today, and that's a little surprising for me. It really is.
Yeah. Big donut on the scoreboard.
So I'm going to update Meridian right now so I don't forget it, okay? I'm going to put them to 2-0 in – no, they're still 1-0 in the Foothills because it's not a Foothills game.
Yeah.
Just 3-1. And Capital is going to go to 3-1. So both of them are going to be 3-1 on the year here tonight. We get all said and done. Lindley trying to keep it, rolling to the right side. We got whistles blowing. We got all kinds of stuff. We got illegal procedure. See, that's what they did the last time. Illegal procedure, and they let the play go. So I was confused. But this time, illegal procedure, they stopped the play as they should. And they'll back it up. And it's going to be 3rd down and goal still. But now it's going to be all the way back at about the 7-yard line. Or 8-yard line is where you're going to put it.
Yeah, and I know that these refs are doing the best they can, but it seems like they just have some inconsistency this whole year. Just kind of just had some wild inconsistencies from spawning the ball.
Well,
to
they're making
flags.
it very interesting.
Yeah,
they are. Lindley hands off to Byington. Byington trying to bounce it outside. No good. It'll bring 4th down and goal from about the 7. He gained about a yard. And the clock is still running with 68 seconds to go in the ball game. Don't forget, we got our player of the game. We'll come back with that. I'm not going to give it away because I got scolded when I said somebody's name. Adam said, don't give it away.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to give it away.
Got to keep it suspenseful.
Yeah, exactly. Clock just going. Nobody's going to call timeout.
I mean, that would be awful if just Meridian called a timeout on 4th down with 40 seconds left. Just
4th and goal.
Score.
There we go. They hand it up to Byington up the middle, and he's not going to get there. And so, nice call by John Samberlin and company from Meridian to go up the middle, not really try to go for the end zone with the pass or anything like that. 32 seconds to go in this ball game. Capital will take over and run this clock out. We'll be done here at Donald Larson Park. Impressive showing tonight by the Meridian Warriors. They came out, they jumped to a 21-0 halftime lead, and they never gave up. I mean, when Capital came out in the 3rd period, ran right down the field on them, had a 2nd and goal to go from the 1-yard line. They came out, and they popped Olsen. The ball came loose. They recovered it, took it 95 yards. That's the other thing. They took it 95 yards the other way and scored to make it 28-0, and that just took every breath and hope that Capital had right out of their system. Clark rolls to his left in his own end zone, comes out now, drops it off, and nothing doing. It's completed there to Nate Garcia, but he is crushed by Ryan Corder.
Yeah, just really great play. Just even when it's 13 seconds left, just really making a great play.
And that should do it. I don't think Capital will want to run another play. They're just going to run this thing down. 35-0 will be our final here tonight at Donald Larson Park. Both teams now 3-1. Wow. Pretty impressive by Meridian. They've now won 3 in a row after that opening loss of 14-13 at Mountain View. The Warriors are on a roll. We'll take a break. We'll come back and have our player of the game after this on IdahoSports.com.
Banking. Maybe you enjoy the person-to-person attention you get going to your bank. Maybe you enjoy the convenience of banking from home sweet home. Or maybe you like the flexibility of paying your bills, applying for a loan, or talking to your personal banking person from wherever fits your fancy. Then definitely, you should bank at Mountain West Bank. Member FDIC. The easy, convenient, any way you want to bank.
The injuries look like those seen in people exposed to poisons like mustard gas. That's how doctors are describing what they see in the lungs of vapors. The chemicals can essentially burn your lungs. Find the truth at BehindTheHaze.com.
At Toyota's national sales event, we don't just help you get the perfect vehicle. We're here to open new doors that lead to your road to greatness. Your journey starts at Toyota's national sales event.
Toyota, let's go places.
I'm Corey. I'm a dairy nutritionist here in the Treasure Valley. I decided to get vaccinated because I wanted to do my part to protect myself and my family and my customers from COVID-19. As soon as the vaccines were readily available, I was vaccinated. I would encourage people to do the research, listen to the healthcare providers. When I went to get my COVID-19 vaccine, there was hardly any wait. It was an easy process, is readily available. Since I got vaccinated, I'm confident I'm protected against the COVID-19 virus. My life has returned to business as usual.
We're Valley-wide cooperative. For 100 years, we've been your first choice for residential and commercial propane, fuels, oils, and lubricants. We service HVAC, install water heaters, propane tanks, and accessories. And yes, we'll even deliver right where you need it. Because for us, serving is more than a job, it's a way of life. We are proud to employ your neighbors and to be a cornerstone of your community. We're Valley-wide. Yesterday, today, and tomorrow. We're here for you.
Ads like this keep popping up, but I see through the hype because those vape clouds people claim are just water vapor contain as many as 31 different chemicals, like formaldehyde, the stuff they preserve dead bodies with. And while the flavors sound all harmless, we still have no idea what these ingredients could be doing to our bodies. But I already see vaping for exactly what it is. Get the real facts at BehindTheHaze.com.
It's time to start planning for back to school. That's why I got my kids vaccinated for COVID-19, so they can be protected from COVID when they're back in the classroom. Kids 12 and older can get vaccinated. The vaccines have been researched and tested. They're safe and they work. Getting vaccinated was quick and easy. You can walk into a pharmacy to get one. We got our COVID-19 vaccine, and I hope everyone will choose to get vaccinated too.
Get a free COVID-19 vaccine today. Find a location near you at covidvaccine.idaho.gov.
Banking. Maybe you enjoy the person-to-person attention you get going to your bank. Maybe you enjoy the convenience of banking from home sweet home. Or maybe you like the flexibility of paying your bills, applying for a loan, or talking to your personal banking person from wherever fits your fancy. Then definitely, you should bank at Mountain West Bank. Member FDIC. The easy, convenient, any way you want to bank.
Well, welcome back, everybody. Again, the final tonight, 35-0, all Meridian over Capital. Both teams now 3-1. Wayne Dzubak, Adam Bridges here to wrap it up for you. Meridian got on the board first in the first period on a 15-yard touchdown pass from freshman Zeke Martinez to Davis Thacker, 7-0 Meridian. Then in the second, it was a 75-yard touchdown from, again, Martinez to Quentin Riley. Just a great big long pass, making it 14-0 Meridian. Later in the second period, Nathan Reynolds came up and blocked a punt, scooped it up, ran it in 40 yards to make it 21-0 Meridian at the break. And then in the third quarter, it was Cross Antonacci, a 10-yard touchdown run to make it 28-0. And that came at the end of a 95-yard drive after Capital came out in the third period, drove the ball all the way down, had a second and goal from the 1-yard line, and the ball was fumbled and recovered by Meridian at the 5. They marched 95 yards with Antonacci completing the drive with a 10-yard run to make it 28-0. Pretty much took the heart out of Capital. And then it was Zeke Martinez with a 3-yard touchdown run to Quentin Riley, making it 35-0 Meridian, and that was the final. But I'll tell you what, our player of the game has to be, drum roll, go for it, Nathan Reynolds. And he just was all over the place. Okay, you could have gone with Martinez with 3 touchdown passes, could have gone with Quentin Riley, could have gone with Antonacci, could have gone with a lot of people, but we just liked Nathan Reynolds because he was making big catches, he was making big plays on the defense, and then he came up with that huge punt block and scoop for a touchdown. I agree with you. I like him a lot.
Yeah, I mean, he felt like he was just all over the field, showing his presence on defense, showing his presence on special teams, and basically everything, on offense as well. And even with the first play that he made was the great punt block that he ended up getting for a touchdown. And then even later, he was able to just quickly scoop up the fumble on that great drive, and he was able to just take it out and just being able to solid recover for Meridian on that play.
Yeah, we just kind of saw him all over the field, didn't we? It was pretty cool when we saw him there. So at any rate.
There we go.
Cool. Look at you.
Boom.
Boom. You are good.
We're getting there.
I'm sitting here with this computer, and I'm looking at it, trying to figure it out stuff, and this guy's so much smarter than I am. But that doesn't surprise me. Anyway, Nathan Reynolds, our player of the game. There's the final 35-0, folks. This has been an IdahoSports.com Game Streams production of Treasure Valley, Idaho Game Night, presented by Mountain West Bank. Our major sponsors that make coverage on IdahoSports.com possible include your local Toyota dealer, Toyota Let's Go Places, Valley-Wide Co-op and Country Stores, and Project Filter. Stop smoking, start living. We'd also like to thank our local advertisers tonight. We're talking about our power boosters, the College of Western Idaho, Hoffman Auto Body, Ultimate Heating and Air, and our webcast sponsor, Bob's Bicycles of Boise. Also tonight, our newest advertisers, D.L. Evans Bank. Again, congratulations, to Nathan Reynolds, our player of the game here tonight for the Meridian Warriors. And again, thanks for joining us as Meridian beats Capital 35-0. Want to thank Capital Athletic Director Jason Willer for all his help in making this broadcast possible. For my broadcast partner, Adam Bridges, and everybody else behind the scenes here at IdahoSports.com, I'm Wayne Dzubak, and so long for next time, which will be tomorrow night, 7 o'clock, Mountain View. We have Eagle against Mountain View. It'll be another dandy 5A SIC showdown right here on IdahoSports.com. Good night, everybody.